All right. All right, people. We're just clearing up the stage here after doing a lot of all the grip work. Hold on, just got to get the camera back. What the bleep is going on? Something. Okay. Something's going on. Hey, people. Sorry, this is just a little quickie. Wow. Hey, I'm just doing this little quickie thing live. I'll probably have to keep repeating myself for a little while because this is a spontaneous, impromptu thing. It was not planned, but I've been feeling it for the last few days, probably like a lot of you. And it's about the full moon. Now, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the astrobabble thing for the full moon, but I did. I mean, I wrote the damn thing, so I ought to have an idea of what's going on. And just so that you know, the reason we're doing this little show is just spontaneous shits and giggles, okay? And there's already an astrobabble like little video out on the main channel already, okay? So there's nothing new going on here. The thing is that it's such an important full moon because of Pluto. And also, because I see it and I feel it over here. I see it and I feel it over here, like with the private readings and the comments and things. It's very obvious that a lot of people are taking this full moon very, very personally. Okay? So let me just, where is that? Okay, so this was like some notice that came out a few days ago for the, full moon. Let me just switch. I need to, hold on. Bear with me. We have to get this thing up and running so I can see what the heck is going on here. Okay, I see what was happening. I'm gonna mute this thing. Oh, okay. So I see there's a couple of people in the house. Hi, David. Hi, Heather. Hi, Giggles. Hi, Ambra. Oh, and Flutterby. Yes, Kelly. What's going on, Kelly? Hello, hello, hello. This is not Sunday Night Live, okay? This is not Sunday Night Live. I know we should always try and speak in the positive when we can, but sometimes, anyway. So the point is that this is just for little fun shits and gigs. Hey, Websy, what's going on? I see you, I see you. Couple of things. This is kind of like a little full moon for fun video. And instead of doing like a whole playlist that I was going to do just for this full moon, I thought, shit, I might just do it live because it was just going to be little ones anyway. And like little 3-card thing with a little love, love oracle. And so I thought, well, damn, screw it, We've done this before. We know what we're doing. We're professionals. And we're just going to freaking go for it live. And I'm going to do 12 little micro reports for each sign. Doopy-doopy-doo. And look, here it is. This is the thing everyone's dealing with right now. It is quite formidable. Seriously formidable. And we may be feeling this on very, very, very deep, deep internal levels. First of all, because the moon is conjunct Pluto. So that's bringing in the deepest, most profound, powerful feelings from the pits of our souls in whichever part of the chart this lies in your life. Everyone has, Pluto. Everyone has 18 degrees Capricorn somewhere. So this is going to show up, and there's no way out of it. Okay? So wherever of Pluto, wherever you have Capricorn 18 degrees, you're going to feel it. Maybe it's not even aspected by your planets or anything. It doesn't matter. Okay, now this is just a universal chart, so it applies to everyone. Did I say hello, Websy? Did I say hello, Heather? Okay, just a reminder, this is not Sunday Night Live 24 hours in advance. I did not screw up. This is the real thing. I'm probably not going to chat much with anybody. I know you're there. I can see you. Do a whole playlist for all the signs, just as a sort of a courtesy thing, because it's the full moon. A lot of people out. Some people it's fine. But there's a lot of big stuff happening on a global planetary level. It's not surprising. So because it's a full moon, a lot of these dynamics are going to be felt in the dynamic of, sorry, I repeat myself, in the dynamic of chosen relationships, or profound relationships that were not chosen but are still obviously profound. And the question is, how do we find balance here between self and other, with dignity and self-respect, by maintaining our sovereignty of self and still allowing for the sovereignty of another. Another allows for sovereignty of themselves and allows for sovereignty of yourself. It's a little bit of a tricky balancing act, because simply because of the Cancerian energy over here, Capricorn energy over here, it's going to be felt in the dynamics about what's happening in the core foundations of my life. Is 17, 18 degrees Cancer in your chart, and opposing it, illuminated by the full moon. That's where you're going to feel it, in Capricorn, your place in the world. Capricorn, 17 and 18 degrees. Okay, so let's stop being all serious now. Okay, forget all this. Let's just have fun. All right, God, jeez. Damn. Hold on. Okay. Angela. Okay, well, by the way, I just wanted to let you know, Nation just posted a new little song. Woo! It's called I Am Guided. Because guess what? I am guided. Who knew? I mean, who knew? I mean, literally, you see these hands? They are literally guided by angels. Every finger, every muscle, every tendon. I don't do any of this stuff. Tarot Illumination claims no responsibility for what happens on this channel. It's purely to do with angels. So don't blame me, okay? It's all to do with the angels. And they love you unconditionally. So there's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, this is supposed to be just for fun. So, you see what I did here? Your sign here. And this is Tarot Illumination for Saturday or Sunday or whatever it is, your part of the world, July 8th or 9th, whatever, 2017, for the full moon. Again, because it's quite a significant full moon, because the moon is conjunct Pluto. It's very, very close. So it's going to really, really bring out really, like, so I don't know if you could say scary, but really deep down profound feelings of that get to the pit of your soul, like stuff that you never even knew existed inside of you. That kind of energy, all right? But it's there, and it's being illuminated for the best or the worst, whatever it is. And it could be felt in things like very, very kind of energies, very compulsive things where you feel driven to this or feel driven to that, or others feel driven to you for this, other feels driven to you for that. It's almost out of your control, and that's just little Pluto doing what it does, you know? Pluto doesn't give a crap about you. Pluto just does what it does because it has to. It's very, very much about evolution. And evolution occurs whether you like it or want it or not. So the thing is, because evolution by definition implies change at the most profound levels. I'm not just talking about changing your underwear or changing your job and whatever. I'm talking about profound soul change. That's Pluto energy. And like it or not, that's what's happening right now. And it's happening on a planetary scale. And Tarot Illumination is going to do something about it. Yay! Because we're guided. We're guided, people. We're guided and we are protected. Yay! because we have secret information that nobody else knows about. Doopy-doopy-doo. All right. I'm going to stop dicking around and pretending I actually know what I'm doing. This time, we're going to do little micro mini readings. Holy shit, there's a lot of people here. Sorry, I'm not going to be answering anybody, really. This is just literally a live, spontaneous, impromptu, mini playlist set of readings for all signs. And we're going to mix it all up so that there's no sense of order, okay? I'm going to totally cherry pick, totally do it random, so that you won't have all that sort of Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo thing. No, because that means you're just going to leave as soon as it's done, or you're going to stay or stay or stay, yawn, 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 until you get yours. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cherry pick them. For example, right now, we're going to start with Gemini. There you go. And I hope I can remember which ones I picked. So it's just going to be a little 3-card quickie, but however you like. And we're going to stick a little romance angel at the end just for fun, because I know you guys love that stuff, okay? And again, don't blame me. I'm just the tarot reader. It's nothing to do with me. I'm just the guy who holds the cards, okay? Doopy-doopy-doo. And I have insurance, okay? I'm covered, okay? Okay, so sue me. If you don't like what your reading shows, sue me. Ha, ha, ha. It'll never happen. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. They're talking in French. They're talking in French now. Oh, my God. What are we going to do? Oh, no. Excuse me. We've hardly started, and I'm already... Guess what? It's happy hour for Tarot Illumination. Ka-ting. Yay. So, I don't know if you guys are used to synchrodipity, but it's happening a lot over here at Tarot Rumination. Tarot Rumination. That's what cows do. Cows ruminate. They chew and chew and chew. Anyway, this is illuminate, okay? Short for illuminate. I had to make up that word. So, all right, Caroline. Oh my God, the Bond girl is here. Bond, hello. My name is Bond, James Bond. Caroline, you rock. You rock. And by the way, wearing my tuxedo, as you can see, I am in my lounge wear. I'm actually relaxing by the pool with my dry martini. 3 olives, thank you. Well, it's too early to drink. Okay. Lovey-dovey-dovey-doo. Actually, before we even get started, I'm going to go get a backup bottle because we've already chugged all of this, you see. We got a ways to go. Stay there. Don't go away, people. We just started. Sorry, I had to go all the way down to the wine cellar. That means going all the way over to the east wing, downstairs, through the basement, through the vaults, through the crypts, and eventually we hit the wine cellar, where all the secrets lie. All the best vintages are sitting there fermenting and just aging nicely, okay? That's for later, okay? Meanwhile, oh, by the way, you know, it's the weekend, so the staff is relaxing. So I got to take care of stuff here. I have to pour my own drinks. Can you believe that? Jeez. What's the world coming to? Damn. All right. We're going to do this. Gemini, it's just a little 3-card quickie. And it's not like we do on the live shows. This is like time-based. And we're just going to pull them up one by one, okay? Let's put those over here. And we're just going to have a look. This is going to be a flow type reading, just a little flow. We're starting off. What's going on? Gemini. What a nice way to have a full moon. Maybe you're one of the lucky people who's handling it really, really well. Bravo. Bravo. Wonderful temperance is like, I know, actually, frankly, the angles for this moon are incredibly stressful for personal and for global. However, Gemini, I don't know if this is affecting you quite so profoundly. You might be getting off the hook. You might be getting some nice squeaky clean type of get out of jail card free type energy going through here, because little temperance is suggesting that you're in the process of, let's just say, wrangling, like taking these really, really strong opposing forces. I mean, for example, Mars is directly opposing Pluto. I mean, that's serious, heavy-duty opposition. That's somebody with a big freaking gun looking back at somebody with a big, big, big freaking gun. And what are we going to do about this, huh? Huh? What are we going to do about this? No. Well, do you want me to kill you? No. So what are we going to do? We're going to shake hands. We're going to heal. We're going to be buddies, okay? Screw the war. We're going to be friends. So that's kind of what this energy is about. It's like looking for positive, healthy ways to take all this really profound gut, soul, raw animal energy and turning it into something actually useful. Where's that leading you? Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing. I have no idea. But Gemini, if it means that this full moon is, let's say, facilitating you through what might appear like the dynamics of a broken heart, well, then just take it for granted, okay? Normally, it's going to be hard for me to keep remembering this because I don't want to read this. We're not reading this as a situation, challenge, handle it type of energy. It's just a flow. So if in your healing process, which is very much about with this energy here, with the temperance, coming to that equilibrium, that balance point, where all the disparate energies inside of you have come to a point of sublime stillness. And in so doing, that could expose that perhaps deep down inside, there's a little bit of an aching, breaking heart, where if we're honest with ourselves, perhaps some kind of treachery or betrayal or just simple things going wrong type of energy. And then the question is, what are we going to do with it? Because this is very much about the reveal it to heal it type of energy. Reveal this and get on with the healing type of energy. Because some of the most damaging things that appear here on the Tarot Lumination site, especially when you see it in private readings, is the damaged relationships, where people are suffering deep down, perhaps years, months, years, and years and years of relationship dynamics that are causing crippling pain, and there's still no comprehension, no understanding. It's actually good news, because you're revealing whatever it is might be debilitating for you in your heart, so you can pay attention to it. Like some people would say, some very smart people would say, that the pain is a very strong indicator. Like, aha, we need to pay attention here. So let's have a look. How does this resolve? Okay. All right, well, it might seem overwhelming for you, Gemini, but the reality is you can handle it. You can handle it because you know you have to, okay? It's not like tonight is the end of the world. Oh, it's this big, scary full moon that Tarot Lumination was talking about. It must be the end of the world because that big, ugly triangle was so mean and nasty. No, it just means that you can handle it. Whatever it is deep down inside, okay? And it's going to be just fine. Another realization might be that you could have unwittingly placed yourself in this situation without even knowing it over many, many months or even years, where you just kind of like, we're living life like through patching things up, like where you patch up an old house and stuff. Oh, we'll just put some duct tape over here. We'll just, like, you know, spray the sidewalk. We'll just put a new lock on the door. And we'll just, like, the sinks and the drains, they'll be okay. We're fine. Whereas in the reality, you might need a whole total remodel, and you know that. It's just like, oh my God, facing the reality that I might have to do a total remodel, but it's okay. You can handle it. There's a whole new month coming up. There's a whole new moon in Leo. It's going to change everything. Okay? And you're going to be just fine, Gemini, because you are. You're really going to light up and have a lot of fun with this Leo new moon coming up in a few weeks and all the full moon and all that. Okay? So don't stress about it. Okay, now for Geminis, we're going to do this little romance angel thing. There's no substitute for the romance angel cards, as you probably know. And we're just going to do it. And normally in private readings, this is a lot of fun if we have to do private readings where it's a romance or a relationship situation. Sometimes we top it off with a little one card romance angel, and we get the client to actually pull their own card. Woo! So it's like doing a reading in person, but that's not going to happen right now. So you're just going to have to trust me, okay? So here is your card. Da-da-da. Let's put this over here. Da-da-da-da. Healing family issues. All right, so I'm just going to read from the book, okay? All I did was pick the card. Let's just say the angels picked the card through my fingers. Aha, aha. I've got insurance, okay? I've got liability insurance. And we're going to read from the book. This is Doreen's book. So the message is really coming from Doreen through me by the angels to you and all of that. It says, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty serious. That's pretty right in your face. Let's just say not just your parents, but overall broad family issues. A lot of us carry huge amounts of our, childhood programming way into adulthood, and it colors everything that we do in life. And sometimes the good thing to do is just release ourselves from all of that. So here, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your family and parents. The answers to your prayers about your love life are based in your feelings about your mother and father and family. The romance angels see that you'd benefit from releasing old anger toward one or both of them, or all of them, or everybody. That's because your feelings about your family influence your choice of romantic partners. Whoa. And the way in which you deal with romantic relationships. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can ask the angels to help you put forgiveness into action. To forgive someone doesn't mean that you're endorsing his or her behavior. The angels will tell you, rather, that doing so is a form of deep emotional detoxification. I am no longer willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and body. Thank you very much. When you find inner peace with your parents, you'll no longer need to attract unhealthy relationship patterns and partners. Family emotional wounds. All your relationships, especially the one you have with yourself, will benefit. So there you go. I hope that helped, Gemini. We're going to shuffle. We're going to shuffle and put all the cards back, and we're going to pick another sign. Doopy-doopy-doo, doopy-doopy-doo. We're going to do Sagittarius. Okay? We are going to do Sagittarius. Thank you, Gemini, by the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. There you are. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. We're going to shuffle quickly, very, very quickly, because this is live, people. We're doing this live. Oh my God, this is actually being broadcast from the global headquarters of Terra Lumination. Can you believe that? Seriously. This is not one of those franchises over in like London or Paris or whatever. This is the global world headquarters. You can't get any better than that. Okay. All right. Oh, Ivona, we just started. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'll just put up the little, damn, I forgot. I'll put a little list of the signs we've already done, because that'll help me so we don't forget. All right? Because it could get very confusing otherwise, because we're doing it totally random. So we just did Gemini, and Gemini was the very first reading. Okay? So there you go. We'll just stick that there for, memory purposes. How does this work? Okay, that's good. Okay, as you can tell, this is a highly professional, incredibly well organized operation. And there's a whole team that runs everything behind the scenes. I know you can't see them, but they're extremely busy. I'm getting a private massage on my shoulders as this happens. I know there's millions of, thousands, let's just say hundreds of really amazing tarot readers out there. And they're all brilliant. And I know almost 99% of them are girls. But, I'm sorry. Tarot Illumination is a guy. And you're just going to have to deal with it. Okay? Guys can handle angel energy just as well as girls. So, and, at least here on this show, I'm not too worried about that. In the rest of life, it's a little bit weird to be Terra Illumination. But with you guys, it feels awesome. It feels awesome. I love doing this for you. All right, Sagittarius, you are up. We are shuffled, as you can see. We're going to do the same thing. This show could go on for hours. I just realized we've only done one sign. Do. I'm not even doing energy on the bottom. Well, let's just do it. It's the little 5 of Cups. Poor Sag. Okay. What's going on? So, Sag, you might be doing a lot of evaluation. You might feel, I didn't do this for Gemini, did I? Sorry, Gemini. Oops. You might feel, Sag, because this is a card of the feelings, card of the emotions. The surrounding you might, right now, it might feel as though there are matters of the heart that are not exactly comfortable, let's put it that way. There might be a little bit of grieving going on. Getting distracted from your normally bubbly, buoyant Sagittarius self, which may cause you to reevaluate your life and figure out, what did I do wrong? How did I get into this situation where there's woe is me? Poor me. Poor me. But it's okay. I am a Sagittarius and I will prevail, but damn, how the heck am I going to do it? Oh well. These are the seeds that I planted, consciously or unconsciously, so I have to accept responsibility. There's no way out of it. I just wish that I made better decisions earlier in life. But that's okay. It's all being revealed at the full moon. We've got to reveal it to heal it. So, Sag, if there are sad issues being revealed at this full moon, that means that stuff, that's like an area of your life that needs attention, that needs healing. And it might be a very, very, very tender part of your life that needs healing, okay? So let's keep going. Next card, look at this. Maybe it's to do with work and money. Not just relationships. Maybe it's your relationship with money, how you feel about your worth. Maybe you have problems with self-worth. Maybe you thought you were all that and you're realizing, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's somebody else's. And in the area of profound relationships, I'm discovering that there's still a lot of work to do. Okay? And I didn't know that because sometimes, Sag, We get carried away with being so awesome. Sages love to have fun and be happy and be right pretty much all the time. And a lot of people look up to Sag for guidance and light and inspiration. But Sag, you might be feeling things a little bit bumpy right now. Remember, is in Sagittarius retrograde right now, and it's in the high 20 degrees, the mid to, well, whatever it is, like 20s or something. I can't remember. But no, it's around the 22 mark. Okay, so it's really, really important. And it could be like gently nudging you, saying, Sagittarius, where have you let yourself down? Sagittarius, I know you're working really hard to take care of yourself and get your life sorted out. And you're realizing that it isn't just a permanent party. So it's work. And you constantly have to go in and constantly refine, improve. And it is a task. You might feel as though you're being tested. Saturn in Sagittarius, really, really being tested. And you're being forced into the grindstone of the grind of life instead of really, really enjoying it. But that's okay. It's all a part of the growth and evolutionary process of Pluto. Nothing to do with the Saturn, okay? Anyway, so where does that lead us? Okay, now with all these pentacles here, you're really feeling it in very tangible ways. Okay, so where does that leave you? It leads you, okay, well, you might want to just get out of the house. Like, screw it, I can't handle this. I need to get out of here. I need to bust out. Damn, it's that kind of energy. Honestly, Sag. But if in the process of doing your like full moon realization thing, where things are coming to light, where, oh my God, I screwed up on this, on this, on this, on this, and that, and I'm just feeling it now, and oh my God, it's probably to do with that person and that person and that loved one and that loved one. Relationships, and I just took everything for granted. Oops. And now there's a combined energy here of like, oh dear, I hope I didn't screw up so much where I've kind of like lost my cool. It might feel like, oh my God, like I just want to get out of here, because like when people lose their sense of like being who they are, they can feel like really embarrassed and ashamed, and they just want to bust out. This is the little Knight of Wands. It's very, very, very bright, lively energy, and that's great to have. But in the context of what I'm feeling with this little reading, like you really want to get on with things. You really want things to be right the way they should be. And it might require just a little bit of attention to matters of the heart that might have been neglected. But that's okay. There's a way to fix all this. You have to be very, very loving. You really, really have to nurture yourself. You might be all fired up maybe to try and avoid what needs fixing and healing. You might be trying to avoid the work. You might be trying to avoid that you plant your own seeds and that you create your own reality. I'm not trying to be a science professor here or like a preacher of whatever it is. What's that? The law of attraction and stuff. All I'm suggesting here is like, this full moon might make you feel as like, I just want to get out of here. I just don't want to face any of that and that and that. Like, it's not my fault. On the other hand, the positive view of this is like, I'm going to take charge of this stuff. I'm just going to figure it out. I'm going to deal with it because I have to, because if I don't, then this shit is going to keep following me. And I don't want to be wallowing in grief and misery forever. I want the little Two of Cups back in my life. I want to feel good. I want to feel happy. Okay, that's because that's my normal state, feeling really, really good. Okay, but that's time dependent. So let's just see what happens at the Leo new moon, because in a few weeks from now, Sag, everything's going to change big time, and you're going to really, really feel it because that energy is really harmonious for you, really supportive. Okay, the Leo Sag trine energy. All right, it is your time, Sag, for your one little Oracle Romance Angel card. We're just doing this for fun, okay? Okay. You know the drill. Read for your sun, your moon, and your rising. Oops, this should be. Damn, I just realized something. That's confusing. Everybody, this is Sagittarius reading, okay? And we're just putting these up here for the record. We did Gemini already. I'm going to put them off camera for now because it's confusing me. We're dealing with Sagittarius. Sorry. Holy shit, there's like almost 40 people here. This is not Sunday Night Live, okay? We're just buzzing through the signs. We're going to do Sunday Night Live tomorrow. All right? All right, here we go, Sagittarius. This is your romance angel card. Relationship, a chance, okay? Maybe you're just all fired up trying to be Sag and have fun, and maybe things kind of went wrong because you were just being who you are, doing what you do, but you might have stepped on toes and accidentally hurt other people's feelings on the way, and that backfired on you. Work on your partnership. Give your relationship a chance, all right? Let's read this little puppy here. Let's just read it, okay? All right, I'm just going to move these out of the way, okay? Give your relationship a chance. Okay. The romance angels see that your relationship is worth devoting effort to. Although there may be issues, there can be worked through and healed. Your issues. You'll need to commit to the relationship to ensure the best chances of success. I know you like to have fun and run around, Sag, but seriously, it might be a good idea to, like, you know, get in there a little bit, you know, intimacy. At the very least, if you do end this thing, you'll know that you gave it your all. Understand the role that you played in its dynamics. Very, very important. It's not just them, it's a relationship. You're involved too. In this way, avoid attracting similarly painful situations in the future, okay? You don't need this over and over again cyclically, do you? You received this card because there's hope for your partnership. There, working with a counselor may be your best option at this point. This professional can identify areas of dysfunction and guide you both in healthier directions. Well, you're at the right place, aren't you, Sagittarius? You're at the house of Tarot Lumination. Professionals here. This is what we do. All right? So thank you so much, Sagittarius. We're going to move on really, really quickly. These are really quick readings, as you can tell. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. This is live. You're seeing everything that goes on behind the scenes and on camera. No downtime between each little reading. It's pretty scary for Tarot Illumination, I got to tell you. In some ways, this is even scarier than doing Sunday Night Live, I got to tell you. Okay, a little bit more shuffles. I need a really clean, clear deck. Okay, we did Gemini. We did Sagittarius. Next week, let's do an earth sign. Let's do Capricorn. We're going to do Capricorn. All right. Bear with me. We're going to do Capricorn, people. This is going back in the deck. And we're going to shuffle that later. Okay. Thank you, Sagittarius. We're now going to do Capricorn. I can't even fit it on the page. We're going to do it like this. Capri, corn. Sorry, my handwriting got really big. I don't know why. All right, Capricorn, this is you. I don't know how to do the timestamps. I know there's people who know how to do that, so if anybody wants to do it, they're welcome. It would actually be kind of cool. Like, for the first time ever, Tarot Illumination video has cool timestamps. You know, like the big shot, big tarot readers do. Cool. Woo! All right. Time for a little, you know what. Greetings, Capricorn. Now remember, this is your full moon, okay? So don't blame me if the reading gets a little weird, all right? I might go off on a tangent or something like that, okay? Sip, sip, think, sip, sip, think, sip, sip, think. Well, I'm glad you guys are talking amongst yourselves because I'm hardly looking at the screen at all. I'm just doing everything I can to stay focused and present on the readings, okay? So please take care of yourselves, okay, everybody? Please just yourselves and each other. Be nice to each other like you do on the Sunday Night Lives, because that's what we do here. Basically, what we do is it's a freaking campfire. All right? I don't have any flames. I don't have any like miniature like electronic, you know, fireplaces like people have in their houses. But we do what we can. You have to have a vivid imagination to be on Tarot Illumination live. I mean, for you guys to come here, you must be, by definition, be pretty tripped out people. I do my homework. I hope you realize that. I am aware that there are readers out there, readers, and they've got their thing, and that's great. Frankly, Tarot Illumination has enough stuff going on just to keep Tarot Illumination going. So I don't know what everyone else is up to. I just wish them the best, and we're just going to mind our own business here at Tarot Illumination, okay? All right, Capricorn, you up. No reversals, no flyers, no jumpers, and 1 oracles. It's a lovey-dovey romance oracle, okay? We're going to do it. Here we go. This is a weird cut, a very weird cut. But I did it so I could really break up the energy. Okay. Underneath. Strength. Okay. So Capricorn, let's not get too carried away here. The Cardinals, and you're right under the spotlight of the full moon right now. You're getting it right in the, whatever they call it, the kisser or something. And like they said on old gangster movies. And because Pluto is transiting your sign anyway, you might feel as though your whole life is just like this one that just keeps grinding and grinding and grinding over itself as the evolutionary steps of your life play out. Going on since 2008, 2009, and it's going to keep going for what, another 4 years or so. So Capricorn, if you're even alive today to watch this show, that's amazing. Now with the little moon there, of course, it's touching all the like the feely emotional side of this stuff. A little, I don't know. It might just feel very like sensitive for Capricorns, because like Capricorns really like to be locked down like 3D, where we've got it together in this world, and then having to go way out there into the far reaches of the unknown with Pluto energy and really feel it in your body. That can be a little disorienting, okay? It is okay because you're at Tarot Illumination Live Saturday full moon reading. A safety blanket, okay? Like those little tiny blankets that give you on airplanes. If you're feeling a little bit chilly, here, my dear, throw this over your lap. What's going on? Whoa, okay. Locking it down, getting some kind of structure and order in your world, Capricorn, where not working in your life needs to be brought into order according to a higher code. And that might even include having to stretch yourself even farther than you've ever gone before. So the evolutionary pressure, even though it's intense right now, it's like, it's kind of at a max. There's no way out of it. You can't unwind this energy. This is the little Hierophant or the big Hierophant. And this is like a card of supreme order. It's a reminder. For me, as your reader here, it's a reminder, it feels like it's a reminder that Capricorn, you are subject to the laws of nature. laws of nature just like anyone else. And as much as you would like to avoid that because things might be so challenging at a very deep, profound soul level, you wish you could write your own laws according to the truth of Capricorn. Again, Saturn is in Sagittarius. Saturn energy, which rules your sign, is in a very challenging aspect. It's going through a lot of challenge right now, as opposed to like your wisdom, your understanding about how your life plays out. And so if you feel as though your life is going here, but you'd really like it to go here, understand that there are universal truths, universal laws that apply to everybody and to which you are not exempt. And because Capricorns, you tend to be so capable to have to like sublimate yourself to a higher code, a higher order than your own, because so many people look to you, Capricorn, for providing this, for being the Hierophant energy, for the person who does understand the facts of life and how they play out in this world. And you know how to administrate and manage and lead, present authority and good leadership. However, Capricorn, you might be like almost like getting hazed right now, to the point where like you have to go through even bigger upgrades than you've ever gone before in order just to continue being the Capricorn that you are. So that's tough. That's tough energy, Capricorn. Where's it taking you? Oh, okay. Some people would say there's some marriage energy going on here. Let's forget everything. Sometimes when you stick these two cards together, there's a strong energy of marriage here, bringing order. This would be a formalized marriage, an engagement leading to marriage, an engagement party. Okay, I'm not saying this is a love reading. All I'm suggesting is that these two cards popping out like that, it's kind of irresistible to mention that romantic side, but this is in a very orderly way. This is not, I'm not saying anything lovey-dovey here. There's no cups here. By the way, did we check that? Yeah, okay, coming into your power. So with the Strength card there in the background hovering behind you, it might indicate that, like, you know, because Pluto energy is so much about raw power, like brutal raw power that answers to nothing. Like they have no shame, they have no guilt. Like if something needs to be annihilated, it's annihilated. If something needs to be nurtured and managed and grown, it's nurtured and managed and grown. That's fine. But with this little reading, the way it feels here at Tarot Illumination, that there's this battle of will. It's like the will of Capricorn versus the will of heaven. You're really good at being a very honorable Capricorn, but you're being asked to take it up a notch in such a way that it works for everybody. Okay, so that it works in a way that, like, God, if Capricorn can get through all that crap, that's a good sign for everybody else, and we can like celebrate with Capricorn, because it's like being a really responsible leader who lives by the code and honors the code, speak the code, and then you just go up and do something else. No, you live it. And in so doing, let's just say you do rise up to the challenge here, and you do message of the full moon as a hint to, like, I need to do a major upgrade on myself, no matter what it takes, because other people are counting on me. A lot of people count on me as a Capricorn to be that go-to person. Like, if I'm not that person, it makes it very hard for everybody to celebrate and enjoy how things are going in their lives if they are so, let's just say, wedded to Capricorn being so capable. So Capricorn, you're under a lot of pressure to be the best Capricorn possible, because on you, happy families, being stable and solid in home and life and the world around them. It's not just you going after what you want, just raw power. I need to be the most powerful, amazing, successful leader, blah, blah, blah. No. and a mission for you being here, Capricorn, and that is to, you know, take responsibility, hold that leadership position, like percolates down to everybody else. It's like being a really, really good. I know this is not the King of Wands, but it's almost like being the King of Wands energy, where you come into your power and you lead and you manage responsibly so that it works for everybody. Okay, it's like making and having and running a really good company, and having a really good company party. Like everybody wants to work for you and be with you because, okay, let's have a look. Where's it going? Da, 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 and you become the living proof. Now, to become the King of Pentacles and living proof of being the real Capricorn, okay, tough right now. It means having to endure what feels to me is a lot of hazing, like really, really being put through a grinder to really, really upgrade. Okay, it's literally like downloading new code, downloading a new browser, downloading a new system, downloading the new iTunes or the new Apple, blah, 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 whatever it is, so that it works at optimal levels. That's tough. It's on you. But let's just say you do that properly, honorably, and you honor the will of heaven as opposed to just the will of Capricorn. That will lead you to prominence and dominance in the way that you like to be. You like to be the King of Pentacles. Very happy the robes of the King of Pentacles. Okay? So you're on the right path. It just might be very, very challenging. Okay? There might be challenges in home, like destabilizing the happy home, but you can handle it. Okay? Downloading and integrating new operating systems, new higher ways of being. You just don't do it click like that. It's like downloading a huge, huge file. It takes a long time and a lot of work and a lot of patience, and you don't want to stop in the middle. You just keep going, okay? So that's you, Capricorn. We're going to do this. Went off in the clouds then, didn't I, Capricorn? I'm sorry. I got really carried away. So we're just going to do a little romance angel for the lovey-dovey stuff, okay? In case some of you Capricorns see this as some kind of weird love reading to do with marriage and having a lot of money. You never know. I mean, you know, you can see that here in the cards. Wow. I am determined to be fully married, and we're going to have an awesome marriage party and an engagement party, and I'm going to be the boss and rich and happy. Yay. And my marriage is going to be abundant. Yay. And everyone loves me. Yay. Because I'm so rich and I've got so much money, and everybody wants to be my friend, and I got it all locked down. Yay. All right. I was just having fun. All right. We're going to do one little token just for kicks. Just for kicks. A romance card. Doopy-doopy-doo. This is it. Capricorn. If you're all about the lovey-dovey, here you go. I don't do reversals. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I mean, honestly, Capricorn, it's about time you honestly discussed your feelings with each other. In other words, you just can't boss people around. You can't just take people for granted and just assume like, well, I got my shit together. I'm Capricorn. Get your shit together, and then we can hang out. No. Sometimes it really involves being really, really open and loving and caring and allowing the love energy to flow. Let's just put that over here. We're going to read this from the book. It's not Tarot Lumination making up a whole pile of fantasy stuff. Heart-to-heart conversation. Here it is. Okay, Capricorn. Your love life needs a healthy infusion of honest communication. Romance angels. You've been harboring emotions that are making your feelings of love. But, excuse me, I'm just going to start this again. I'm going blind. I have glasses, but I'm still like screwing it up. Dear Capricorn, your love life needs a healthy infusion of honest communication, according to the romance angels. harboring emotions that are masking your feelings of love. There's still time to heal the situation. Will require effort on your part. You may need to initiate an uncomfortable discussion and risk upsetting your partner. Oh dear. In the end, though, this is a necessary move to ensure the health of your relationships. If necessary, schedule an appointment with a counselor to facilitate the discussion. This professional can steer the conversation away from blame and towards resolution, okay? You can also gain support from free groups such as Emotions Anonymous, Codependence Anonymous, or Al-Anon, and all those places. Yuck, 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 yuck. And you can find them through blah, 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 internet, blah, blah, blah. Now, whether you communicate with your partner alone or with a neutral third party, your heart-to-heart discussions will result in personal growth. Remember, you can't control another's reactions, okay? You are in a relationship, Capricorn, and you do not have absolute control over all aspects of the relationship. It involves two people. It needs balancing out. You need to like bring the will of Capricorn in alignment with the will of heaven. It's tough, but you can do it. It says, do this yourselves together or through a third-party professional. Either way, it's going to help you. Remember, you can't control another person's reaction. You can only be honest about how you feel and know what you will and won't accept in a relationship, okay? So by sharing your feelings, you stand a much better chance of teaching your partner about your needs instead of suffering silently. Okay, well, let's take that back to here, because inside of yourself, you might be very, very good at, like, you know, standing alone, being a really, really awesome, capable Capricorn. But sometimes, in order to have healthy relationships, you need to, like, if you want a healthy marriage relationship, you really have to communicate. You can't just, like, command and control. Hi, honey, we're getting married. Okay, click, I'll see you there. Oh, hi, honey, I told you I love you, so that's it. It's all taken care of. Money and a cool job. I love you. I just wanted you to know. So when are we getting married? It doesn't work like that, Capricorn, as much as you might like it to. Okay, we're going to move on. I don't want to spoil it by talking too much about stuff that I have no idea. I don't understand at all. Jesus. Matters of the heart, people. It doesn't matter how many romance angel decks you get. It's very, very complicated. So we're going to pull these away and we're going to read for another sign. We have 9 more to do. Oh my God. I don't know if I've done the right thing by going live here to do this, people. Okay, just for fun, let's just pull another sign randomly. I'm going to break the pattern. I was going to do oppositions. No, we're going to do it. We're going to do oppositions just for kicks. Change later. Ha ha ha. Cancer. For you. Alrighty. Dear Cancerians, bear with me. Of course, as you know, normally you would never see any of this stuff going on behind the scenes, like the fact that I like a beverage now and again. With such a professional operation as Tarot Lumination, when you see your monthly readings for love and relationship and for general stuff, you don't have to see all that behind the scenes stuff. Professional video delivered to your front door. Okay, it's just like fresh pizza. Oh no, it's better than that. It's like those gourmet, super expensive, upscale traveling foodies who deliver gourmet food right to your front door like a catered party. Okay, that's what we do here at Tarot Lumination. That's what we do here. It's like having your own custom food truck right outside your front door, and you just ring a bell and say, I'd like some of that tonight, please. It's there. Yep. That's what we do here at Tarot Lumination. Serve it up fresh new every time. And if there's any complaints or if you feel it's not up to standards, you know what you can do. Anything? Cancer, you're up. We're going to break the deck really strangely, and then we're going to read for you. Cancers, dear Cancers, you probably know, because we said it before in some of the reports, you are seriously under the spotlight right now. Full moon, with this big full moon, because it's Sun in Cancer and Mars is in Cancer, okay? You're feeling it, and it's the full moon right now, almost to the hour, depending where you are on this planet. Cheers, Cancer. So to all the Cancerians out there, Salt Gulp, Peach Puff. Oh, I see what you're saying. I just saw something on the screen. For some reason, I glanced over. Gulp said this is a pop-up. It's like a pop-up. You're right. It is. It's really just like a little pop-up show. We just showed up. No announcements, nothing. All right, here we go. So if you've had your sign read, if you're a Gemini, if you're a Sagittarius, if you're a Capricorn, head off home and have a nice evening. But we still have a long way to go. We have, let's see, 9 more. Well, 8 more after Cancer. So we got to keep rolling, people. We got to keep rolling. We're going to do Sunday Night Live after this. I don't know. I need a massage. I need, what do I need? I need lots of stuff to get ready for Sunday Night Lives. Do you have any idea what goes on behind the scenes here for Sunday Night Live? You would be blown away. Ah, that was delicious. Cancer, you're up. All right. So Sun is in Cancer, Mars is in Cancer, and the moon is directly opposing you right now, and Pluto is directly opposing you right now. Mars might be really grinding through because Mars is really not that happy in Cancer. Mars likes to be in the fire signs and the air signs. So Mars in Cancer is just like, oh, I got to do this. I got to take care of the home things. I need to like Mars is such like driving energy, and Cancer is all about, oh, I just want to stay at home. You know, Mars in Cancer might make you feel, I just want to go out and take care of everybody, but does anybody appreciate that or understand that? No, because I'm just little Cancer and I'd rather just stay at home and be comfortable and safe and warm and just cuddle up with the people that I love. But damn, with Mars there, it means I have to go out and do really important stuff. Damn. It's kind of frustrating. I hope I'm giving you a good impression of Mars in Cancer. All right, that's enough. Okay. Here we go. Did I cut it up already? I think I did. Oh, God, excuse me. I think I shuffled and cut already. Damn. Excuse me, sorry. I'm just wasting Tarot Illumination time and your time. I didn't mean to. Cancer is your reading from Tarot Illumination, Saturday, July 8th and 9th-ish, 2017 for the full moon. It's sort of your full moon in a way, along with Capricorns. So let's do this. Let's see where we are. Doopy-doo-doo. Oh my gosh. Well, Cancer, the energy is so strong because it's so fiercely, powerfully opposing you that you might feel is just like, I have no idea what's going on, people. Just like changing and shifting so much. I feel like I'm at the mercy of the fates. One minute I'm up, woo, yeah. And the next minute, oh my God, what the bleep just happened? Because it's very extreme right now. Pluto energy is very, very extreme by nature. It's the energy of tectonic plates. It's the energy of our nuclear explosions. We're not talking about gentle lava flow. We're talking about full-on cataclysmic energy. And flow nicely if you allow it. In other words, if you just stay out of the way of the tectonic plates and let them do their thing, you won't get caught in the earthquakes. They'll just grind over each other and everything will just evolve nicely. Resist the flow of fate, let's call it, then you could get caught with your foot in one of those tectonic plates and get seriously ground up like a meat grinder. So Cancerians, what we're trying to suggest here is that trust in the fates. Trust and believe that everything, no matter how weird it might feel, no matter how your home life might feel it's getting disrupted, no matter how fundamental relationships might feel as though they're getting disrupted in your home life, from that seems so much bigger and more powerful and more profound than you, please understand that's exactly how it should be. Down to you to accept it all and just go, oh. In other words, you're telling me, Tarot Illumination, that earth, air, and fire, and all water, and everything in life in the universe is actually working for me? Answer, you may not get it, but it's true. Everything is exactly as it should be, because it can't be any other way. Do you understand, Cancer? So do you mind if I just call it fate? Okay, Cancer. You can call it fate if you want. Just say, oh, I feel very fated right now. It's all right. You can do that, Cancer. Legitimate strategy for getting through this full moon that will release you from any attachments about what you think should happen. Well, look. Oh, yeah, look at that. Somehow or other, Cancer, at least some of you, pretty well. Even though it might make you feel as though you're being like swept over here, swept over there, and the fates are taking you over here and over there, it really, really well. Not every Cancer, probably, but a lot of you are handling it. Maybe it's because you watched the astrobabble and tarot illumination reports that gave you some heads-up energy, so you're less likely to end up as a train wreck. This is beautiful energy temperance around you. It's very supportive. It means that even if you're not aware of it, oh, it's fate. The angels got me, man. I'm taken care of, man. They got me covered. I'm cool. I'm so cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's great. If you want to do it that way, Cancer, that's fine. Whatever works for you. Just go with the flow, baby. Wow. So Cancer, it might indicate that right now at this very moment in time, in this glorious full moon, especially poignant for you, Cancer, is that, oh, even if people don't really fully understand you, they appreciate you. They realize, like, you know what, Cancer? Don't really know how you do what you do, how you are, who you are, or why, but you're pretty cool. We appreciate you. We can see that you're doing cool stuff. Okay, we just wanted to let you know. And then you're looking back there and you're saying, well, I really appreciate that, because frankly, a lot of the time, I don't know I was going to say the F word. I don't know what the bleep I'm doing, but it's cool and I love doing what I do. And I'll just get on with things if you don't mind, because I'm trying to earn my stripes. I'm trying to, like, down in this crazy, crazy world, because I'm a Cancerian and things get very mushy for me sometimes. So I'm trying to do things in a very orderly way that makes sense to everybody else, okay? We get it, Cancer. Just keep going. We know that you are fated. You're just one of those signs right now, one of the cardinal signs. You are fated. We understand it. We're not going to judge you. And then Cancerian says, thanks, man. I really needed that. Cool. Okay. So where does this all go? Doop-a-doo. Wow. So even in this weird, wobbly way that you don't really understand what is all happening, it's happening anyway, because it's taking you into a place and a position and a way of being and a way of conducting yourself where even if you don't know how you're doing it, even if nobody else knows how you're doing it, you're being that, you're living by example. Like the Queen energy of Wands here is very, very inspiring. She is happy to get down there in the dirt with the rest of you guys and show you, like, listen, we're all in this together. I'm the Queen of Wands. I can be this stuff. I can roll up my sleeves and we're going to do this really cool stuff together called life. And I'm going to show you what I do and how I do it. Any sense to me, and I feel like I'm fated, I'm just going to do it anyway because I trust. I trust, and I trust, guided and blessed by the angels above. Okay? And even if you think I'm completely insane for saying that, I'm going to live it by example anyway. Wow. God, Cancer, how did you do that? And you look back at them and say, like, do you really care? Just as long as you get to who you are and where you are and how you want to be and what you want to have. And they say, I guess not. Like, okay, so cool. Let's just get on with it. I'll just be the Queen of Wands for now, and we'll do this stuff that Cancerians do, and we'll just trust in heaven and divine guidance, and I'll happily be the Queen of Wands and get in there in the thick of it with you, and we'll just get through this shit together, okay? Full moons here on Tarot Illumination. All right, well done, Cancer. Bravo. Okay, now we're just going to leave you with a little romance angel theme just for fun in case it's a relationship stuff. Doopy-doopy-doo. Oh, doopy-doo. By the way, everybody, this however you want. It's just a little 3-card reading, and tarot readers are very, very subjective. And I already know more. There's a whole bunch of you who know a lot about tarot already. Some of you are like super tarot readers. It's like you don't need me. So you're just hanging out here just for shits and giggles because it's cool. It's like, you know, birds of a feather flock together. Why not? It's fun. Show me your feathers. I'll show you my feathers. Wow. Whoa. Yeah. Cool. Wow, you're cool. How many badges do you have? How many trophies do you have? Oh, show me your medals. Oh, wow. Cool. I'll show you mine. Show me yours and I'll show you mine. All right, Cancer, this is for you. One little card. This is it. Very soon, Cancer. Very, very, very soon. So hang in. It says, clearly decide what you want you now. Okay? So I talk about this a lot here on Tarot Illumination. Decisions has nothing to do with religion or angels or guidance or astrology or tarot. A decision is a decision, okay? You live your whole life, billions of decisions. Like, oh, should I stay in bed or not? Should I quit my job or not? Should I get divorced or not? I don't know. It's a decision. All right, let's leave these cards here. Very soon. Let's have a look. That's under V. We've got it. Here it is. Here it is. Hang in. Hang in, Cancer. Very soon. This card asks you, what do you want, Cancer? And demands very clear and specific answers. Okay? All right. I'm not seeing that anywhere here, but you might. It's just like putting in your order at a restaurant. Okay, that's what they're trying to tell you here. Like, be very, very clear, okay, in at a restaurant. It's how you define your life, okay? Just like putting your order in at a restaurant, the universe, to your thoughts and feelings about your love life, and has brought you what you asked for, whether you like it or know it or not. I added that. When you complain about what's served to you, it's only because you placed an unclear order. That's sometimes called mixed signals. The card is telling you, be very, very clear about what it is you want in love. As soon as you are perfectly straightforward about what it is you desire, it comes to you upon the wings of angels in an instant, or maybe a little bit later. You drew this card because it's time for you to get clear and honest with yourself and formulate your requests with faith and optimism. Trust your feelings and make decisions for yourself about what's best for you. It's pretty obvious. Now, here's what puzzles me. Everything that I just read to you doesn't seem to make any sense when it says very soon. The only connection that I can find here is that very soon is what happens when you make clear decisions and you put your decisions like words, as best you can, because that's how the universe responds. You make a decision and then the universe responds. As soon as you make a decision, so if you want this, or this, make a decision. Be very, very clear. Yeah, you might screw up, but then you can make another decision and refine your decisions as you go along. I hope you get something out of it. Please reinterpret however you want. That was you, Cancer. It's just for the little full moon. It's not for your whole life, all right? Going. We're going to keep going here, people. We have a lot of signs still to do. Okay, remember, this is all live. This is all live. Jeepers, man. What did I think I was doing? God. God, yeah, this tarot illumination thing is like, it takes you on this, like, that you never really expect, but, well, it's like going on a big hike that you've never gone on before, and you don't even have a map. And I'm just saying that tarot illumination doesn't even have a map. I mean, I do everything I can here to stay on top of things. I have my spiritual GPS system. I have my own home practices for self-healing. I study astrology very closely. And I try to do useful tarot for you, but still, we're facing the unknown. Okay? The whole thing about tarot illumination is we're supposed to provide guidance and light for you guys about life, but the reality is tarot illumination has to take care of its own shit as well. It's just like, I really meant well when I started this little live show tonight, but I'm just realizing I have 8 more readings. Blah. Here we go. Stay there. Stay there. I'm going to pull another sign. We're going to pull another sign. Doopy-doopy-doo. I'm almost thinking, damn, I wish I had just done little separate mini videos and posted them and done it all like, very thoroughly and responsibly and in a very orderly manner. But I don't know, I just got this impulse that I needed to go live for you guys. For better or worse, we're here. I'm going to cut, and then we're going to pick a sign. Doopy-doop. And we're going to have Aquarius. Aquarius, you are up. Okay. For all your Aquarians out there, it's you. The full moon, please, this isn't the big monthly love and relationship generals or anything. It's just a quickie, fun one for the full moon. It's like centering, centering, cut. All right, here we go. Just a little mini 3-card reading. King of Swords. That's almost like your own card, Aquarius. This is a card of completely collected knowing of exactly what is and how it is and why it is. Where there's no ambiguity, there's no tolerance for ambiguity. So it also can be a little bit, let's say, cool and detached. Strong card indicating like it's about mastery over science, over knowledge, over communications. Okay, but it's in the true sense. It's not like subjective. It's absolute. It's really, really strong. Okay, the King of Swords is very much about order in the world of wisdom and knowledge and awareness. Not orderly, then the King of Swords do whatever has to be done to bring order. Okay, so Aquarius, that might be on you right now. We're not there yet, but coming into August, Aquarius, that's going to be your polar opposite sign. Okay, with all that energy coming up and the eclipses, the Leo Aquarius eclipses, we're really going to feel it. So it might be like stretched, like to the point of absolute maximum, like of being the fully authentic Aquarius at the same when you're being maximum by all this Leo energy, especially since it's going to coincide with the Leo North Node. So a lot of Aquarius energy that is redundant, inappropriate, is going to be exposed. So that could be a problem for Aquarius. It could feel very, very challenging. But please, I hope you see this as a golden opportunity for a massive leap in where you get to leave behind anything and everything about Aquarius that is no longer appropriate for you, the Leo North Node. In other words, the Aquarius behavior and way of being, where it's all about the group and the community, to the dissolution of the self, no longer be appropriate. It might be appropriate for you, Aquarius, to really kind of like step into this whole like world of ego and self and spotlight, which might feel very, very weird for you. There we go. Ding! Happy, 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 happy. July, in this full moon, coming up right now at this moment in time, let's just call it, this is how it is. This is like the happy families card, happy emotional fulfillment. The thing here is that if you're not Aquarius, that's a problem, okay? And it might be that you're sensing coming out. It might feel like your happiness at the very core is threatened. Your emotional happiness. I'm not talking about your intellectual awareness of happiness. Happiness should be. I'm talking about your heart. Sometimes Aquarians really get slammed for being like very cool and detached and heartless and like unemotional, terrified of commitment, terrified of relationships. It might be an observation, but Aquarians are humans just like everyone else. You have hearts, you have pulses, you love and you love and you love. Just like anyone else, but it's just in your own very unique way. And if you feel that you might have tapped into a source of a way or a way of being that like feels like happiness for you, don't deny that to yourself. But if you feel that this is being denied, being challenged, then it's very, very important that you tune into the energy of your heart to understand that, not intellectually. Because you deserve all of this, Aquarius. You deserve like happy home, happy family thing, and being happy from the inside, from inside your heart. Actual concept, okay? Sometimes it's hard for that, like this energy over here, okay, surrounding the whole reading about the truth. Aquarius, you're very comfortable with that. You might be denying yourself an awful lot of heartfelt happiness that you deserve, okay? So I'm not saying it's really being lit up right now at this full moon, but you might be feeling that these issues are going to start coming up in August, okay? In other words, happiness of loss of happiness. That's what I'm feeling here for you. Okay, so moving forward, coming moon unfolds from this full moon, you might realize, oh my God, maybe, I sound very contradictory, but maybe I'm not all that happy. Maybe I'm just struggling to hold on to what I think is happy, what I think should make me happy. And it's not actually working very well, because if I'm really, really honest inside, I'm not maybe that happy. It's great that you're holding on to your principles and you will prevail, and that's good. But it might also feel like you're struggling right now, and like, why am I struggling so much just to feel happy? Feel happy anyway. That's just my divine right. Feeling challenged by principles, other people who have their ideas of what happy should be for you in life and the world and everything. And you've got your ideas, but you're struggling to hold on to what actually works for you. You're really at odds with yourself, okay? You're not getting directly hit, but you're feeling it somewhere. And all this little reading is telling, the way it feels to me is that as much as you'd love to be like the really cool, calm, clear Aquarian who's fully in charge of consciousness and how things work for everybody, you'd be really denying yourself and struggling to understand why. With the little, sorry, I hardly ever call it the names of the cards. I should really do that. This is the 10 of Cups, and this is the little 7 of Wands, okay? And everything. Keep going. So, okay, do you see the point I was trying to get at here, Aquarius? Like, deep down, if you're honest with yourself, if you take a cold, hard look at yourself, it's just you don't want to admit it. You don't want to deal with it because you want to feel happy. You know that you should feel happy. You know the recipes, you know the formulas, but if you're honest, it's been a battle and it's not working very well. And the reality might be that you're actually kind of grieving sadness and loss and matters of the heart, and you're grieving, and it might be very, very, very deep inside. You don't want to deal with it. You don't want to handle it because it involves very profound fundamental relationships or other gone sour, and it leaves you feeling like this. I'm sorry to end on such a bummer note, but you already know, dear Aquarius, that you've got the 2 little cups behind you anyway, that you just might be going through a phase right now in a way that's unusual to you. You might be realizing that matters of the heart exactly how you would like them to be, according to how you think they should be. All right? So I hope I didn't hurt your feelings or set you up for a crappy full moon. Let's just do this. We're going to pull 1 card for your romance angels just for a little bit of spice, all right? Let's go. Let's pretend it's a love reading, okay? You can reinterpret this however you want. You know, happiness, there's the little challenges here, and there's the woe is me. However you want, Aquarius. I'm just giving you my feel on the whole thing. All right, okay, I'll do it once more just to satisfy the live show. Here we go. Here's your card. All right. So I'm just looking over to the screen. It looks like you're all chatting amongst yourselves. Very lively. Thank you. Keep it going because I'm concentrating on the readings. All right. I'm glad you're all here. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, people? Here's your card, Aquarius. Passion. Oh, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And that might feel weird for you, Aquarius. Okay, with this particular full moon, you might be feeling very, very ajar, like really awkward with yourself right now. Let's read what it says here. What does this passion card say? Dear Aquarius, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Prayers for great love have been heard and answered. It begins with you. You have the power to revive passion in your life. No one can bring it to you but you. It guides you to seek that which brings you great joy. Whatever it is that makes you happy, all right? It could be a hobby, a cause, an activity, a person. Anything that stirs your heart with joy will help passion bubble forth and positively flow into your romantic life. Passion, inspiration breeds out inspiration, breeds passion, and that can bring back into your life, which to me it feels like it's threatened, seriously threatened. Trance angels say that having a passion for life itself, foundation for feeling passion in your love life. Okay, so you might be coming to everything through an intellectual approach and totally neglecting your heart. You might be having to battle like that aren't really a problem, and it's just a question of tuning into heart energy. This means enjoying this moment completely, so with a partner who inspire him or her to romantically participate with you. It's tuning into heart, love energy. Aquarius, pursuit. It's not a battle of the will or trying to like by decree yourself to feel the passions and love that flow through your heart energy and let it flow, natural flow of energy, not as an intellectual pursuit or an academic exercise. If you're presently single, enjoy passion in your activities and hobbies, and who knows, such pursuits may provide an opportunity to meet a wonderful partner who shares these passions. So I kind of get it here. It's like, it's really about tuning into heart energy, Aquarius, okay? So you might be feeling left out, or you might feel that you've left someone else out and you're really, really missing it. It might be that you've lost something that was actually very, very dear to you, and it might be too late. Life moves on, and you need to go through a grieving, suffering, and like healing process in order to move on. That's another reading, another few weeks, another month from now, a new moon from now, okay? We'll deal with that later. Right now, Aquarius, just, I don't know, just allow the heart energy to flow, okay? Be loving, be loved. Take your cue from all the Cancerian energy. Be a little bit mushy. If you need to cry, cry. If you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to daydream, daydream. If you want to just cuddle up, cuddle up. Okay? Thank you, Aquarius. I'm going to put these all away. And we're now, guess what? You've probably figured out the pattern. We're going to read for, for Leo. All right? Here we go. That was you. Next, Leo. So again, I don't know how to do the timestamps, but if anybody does that stuff, you're welcome to do it. We're now doing Leo. Gosh, it feels weird trying to do a professional reading here live, back to back. God, I feel very exposed, I have to tell you. Leo, you are up. You are up. Notice there's no music, there's no songs. We're just piling through the readings, people. To go. I didn't know what happened when I started this little show tonight. I had a huge, amazing, wonderful surprise within minutes of starting the show, and it was too late to, like, what do you do with these things? Like I have a personal life, people. I don't know if you're aware of that, but Tarot Lumination is actually a human being. I'm not just a little thing on a screen. I'm an actual human being. And Tarot Lumination is a service to humanity. And we're going to make it work some way, somehow, long term, even though it's like, you know, just barely alive at the moment. And there are very strong indications that Terra Lumination is going to keep going, but we have a long way to go. There's a lot of improvements that need to occur for Terra Lumination to be self-sustaining. Journey, it led to this moment here tonight when something absolutely delightful happened in the private life of Terra Lumination. Nothing to do with you guys at all. And it made me realize, like, my God, this world is truly a magic when it comes to the energies of synchronicity and synchronicity, where magical things happen spontaneously in those microscopic moments of time. It couldn't have been before, it couldn't have been after, it could only happen now. And when that happens, it blows your mind. You know what we're talking about here. All of you have had those amazing little experiences where you go like, oh, what the F-U-C-K just happened? What was that? That was amazing. So that happened to me just before the show started. So in other words, the show is kind of like this thing. It's like somebody like took that. I don't have my magic wand here at the moment. They just kind of went ding, and it kind of like made everything cool. It's like getting blessed. Like some kind of angel comes down and goes, excuse me, I hope you don't mind. I hope I'm not intruding, but if you don't mind, I'd like to bless you. Here you are. Go. Have fun. So that's it. So now, Leo, you are up. Beard cut, because I want to break up the energy. Okay? I know it's your Saturday night. You probably got lots of really important, fun stuff to do. But I thank you for hanging out here with Terra Lumination live. General readings for the full moon. What are we doing? Okay, here we are. Look at that. Knight of Swords. Dip-be-dip-be-doo. Charge, 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 Leo. So, okay, Leo, you really want to be Leo. That's cool. That's great. And you really want to call it out for everybody, because I've got it all figured out. I know what to do. I know how to do it. The Leo North Node is coming up. Yay, yay, yay. And we're grinding through all the Cancerian energy, which is a real pain in the neck for Leo, because it's my 12th house of self-undoing. Oh, poor me. Oh, no. Leo, and I'm going to get through it, because that's what I do. I'm the star, baby. Look at that. Okay. Enthusiasm. Let's just take it down a notch here. It might be, dear Leo, that the reality is just like you might be a star about this and that and everything, and everybody loves you for being Leo. But the reality is, like in your deep down personal life, it might be kind of an oh gulp moment, like, I wish I actually knew what was going on. I wish somebody out there would tell me what's happening in my love life. I thought I knew, but it turns out I'm actually a little naive. I'm a little more innocent than I thought. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to love and be loved. I want to know what this thing is. People, by the way, I'm a Leo. Now, I'm going to tell you. Okay. That's the little Page of Cups, by the way. Leo. Ah! Boing, 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 boing. So, Leo, in matters of love, I have no idea what's going on with you guys, but it's pretty serious. There might be a degree of innocence and sweetness and hope for, like, say, getting a message across. A sweetheart in mind, Leo. Maybe you're in a relationship and you're feeling a little bit like want to like take things up a level, and you might not be sure how to do it, but the reality is, you know, it's very, very important. Lover's card. We're not messing around here. This is a very strong indication that Leo, again, your heart energy, by definition, that is you. From the heart, life, passion, creativity, sex, yumminess, being like risk-taking, having fun, being creative. right, Leo. But it might just be that at this full moon, you're realizing that there's a certain degree of, let's say, immaturity, of innocence that is becoming exposed, because that's what happens at full moons. Things become exposed. The astrology here, all we're saying is that it might be exposed that when it comes to the really, really important, significant relationships in your life, you might be seeing like great stuff as well, but you might be also seeing and becoming aware that there's a whole lot more that goes on in this love relationship world than you might have imagined before. And it's being exposed in the full moon, which is very much about the relationship dynamic out in your chart, Leo. You know, with you, that's the 6th house and 12th house. But anyway, forget that. Here, that you might be aware that when it comes to the really, really important part about your most profound and most important relationships, it might be quite naive to the point where you're aware, you can enjoy the good stuff, but you're not necessarily so aware about how, in a really healthy, important, significant, you have to be willing to accept their baggage, and they have to be willing to accept your baggage. So that might just include some of your innocence. To indicate here that in order to move on in a healthy way, love in your life, however that plays out, that you have to dig a lot deeper than you have ever done before, because it means facing really, really important decisions about, am I to be with this person? Who are they to be with me? Going on here, because it's what happens is you get exposed in a very naive, innocent way, depth of your relationship dynamics, where like, oh my God, I'm a Leo and I'm totally awesome, but they're seeing me naked. That's not normally so cool, in case I'm not necessarily a swimsuit model, you know, or a GQ model or something. I might not be that great with my clothes off. And by the way, now that I'm looking at you, I think you're, you know, we wouldn't have been this close, but you're not that great with your clothes off either. But again, a degree of like a relationship, and it is blessed from above, so that's very, very cool. It's just that it might be very uncomfortable, like in the naivety. Oh my God, it isn't just all about being happy and fun all the time. It requires accepting, as a Leo and my significant others, for their complete being. In other words, Leo, with all your scars, all your flaws, all your Aquarius South Node redundant energy, and all your gifts, all your talents, all your light and brightness, the shadow side of Leo, you have to fall in love with that as well. You have to understand that that's part of you. It's just like having beauty marks. That makes you human, you know? And the same with the significant other, okay? Male, female, male, male, female, female, whichever. Loving them for exactly who they are and how they are. Baggage and all, you know? They might have like a, I don't know, some kind of fatal flaw that makes them technically unacceptable. But the reality is that's what makes them human. So that's what you might be struggling with here, Leo. Understanding that we're just living in these human frail bodies, and we do what we can. And magnificent aspirations for love, about how it should be in this totally glorified, wondrous Leo manner where everything's just magnificently wonderful all the time. But the reality is, you come off the stage and when you go home at night and you're covered in sweat and dirt, that may not be so cool, but that's reality. You deal with it. Where does this go? Wow. So let's just say you really tune into this full moon energy some way, somehow, really well. You come to a degree of awareness about how important it is. No, like know your heart energy, even if you're naive about it, to bring it up to the surface, play out in your significant relationships for the best and for the worst, fully exposed. That can allow you to tune into your like true passion, your true self, your true radiant being, and you can have an opportunity here. Like you become exposed for being like a true Leo the star, but Leo the person, who you are, not just what you are, but who you are, like the raw soul that people love. Like, let's say a famous pop star or something, songs, surely like the singing and the performances and everything, but what they really want out of you, the pop star, is the soul. They want the soul of you. That's why people love like Adele and stars like that, or Bob Marley and stuff, is because freaking soul bedded into who they are and their craft and their work, and it's full of passion at the maximum degree. It's not just that they're technically brilliant, it's gut-wrenching. Sometimes like some of these songs are really gut-wrenching, but they're pure and they're true. Okay, and that's how you're going to be. Okay, Leo, pure and true. Okay, even if you're naive, you're going to grow through all of this. You're going to seriously grow. Let's have a look. We're just going to pull one card for you, Leo. To Leo, we're halfway through the show. Can you believe that? God. Christ, this is going to go on for hours. Freaking hours, people. I thought I was going to buzz through this in an hour and a half. Damn. Okay, I see that. Okay, I see that. Next, just heads up, everybody, so that you know. I just saw it on the screen from Becky. Leo, this could be the one. Doopy-doopy-doo. Oh my God. A love reading, okay? Instead of just a wild full moon reading. Leo, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Oh my God. Woo! Okay, it says here, excuse me, hold on. Cheers, Leo. This card signals that you've already met the person that you romantically seek. Already in a relationship with him or her. Who knows? And you're just recognizing them for the first time. The romance angels sent you this card because it seems you're not recognizing or enjoying the full potential of this person and the relationship. Duh, this is the real thing, but you might be a little innocent or unaware of that, okay? You may overlook someone who's meant for you because you have a different idea of what your partner should look like or act like. Conditions, okay? That's conditional love. That's conditional relationships. That's a problem. So take a moment to consider who this might be. The first person to come to mind is probably the one. Wow. Next, invite the romance angels into your dreams as you're going to bed. Give you very clear information about your romantic partner, either in your present relationship or future one. You're more open to angelic guidance. I can vouch for that, people. When you are awakened, you may not remember your dreams, but you will have a clearer sense of romance and partnership. The action you feel called to based on your internal guidance, unrelated to your love life. Trust that the angels are leading you toward the one that you desire. Okay, so you might be innocent, you might not understand how it all works, but it's saying just to trust, even though it might be confusing or puzzling, okay? And you don't have to do all this all the time. All right, Leo, let's just move on. We're going to do Scorpio next by special request. So you probably figured out the pattern. Because we're going to do Scorpio, that means after that we're going to do Taurus. All right, I'm going to shuffle just a little bit just to clear the deck. And we're going to keep going. God, I didn't expect a crowd. I thought everyone's going to be out partying and it would just be like Tarot Illumination and about 6 or 7 people. But turns out, excuse me, sorry. Oh, let's have a look. Shuffle. I've got to put everything back together again and then start all over again. Oh, gosh. All right, I hope you guys can hear and see everything okay. We're going to put this over here. Sorry, we're going to change this out. I'm going to shuffle everything over here a little bit. Sorry, I got to do stuff off screen. Hold on, give me a moment. We're trying to organize because the crew is not here tonight. It's very, very tough to do this show, by the way, in a way that makes sense before. All right, Scorpio, you are up. Hey, Nikki, it looks like you're heading out. Bye-bye. Scorpio, this is for you. All right. Stay there, people. I'm just getting some water. All right, we're going to shuffle. Now, remember, this is just a little courtesy video. It's for fun. It's just for the full moon. We did the July general tarot, and we did the July love and relationship, okay? And they are much more extensive than these little readings. But this little full moon seemed so important. Tarot Illumination felt obliged to put out an extra little set of readings, and at the very last second, you know what, screw it, we're just going to do it live and just string all together and just freaking go for it, you know what we do here. Okay, I mean, we've done that on Sunday Night Lives. The thing is now, man, God, it's just I gotta decompress after this just to get ready for Sunday Night Live. What was I thinking? Dang. All right, Scorpio, anyway, you're up. A very extreme cut just to break the energy. And we're just going to go for it, see what happens. And here we go, and here we go. And what's underneath? Doop-a-doo, Queen of Wands. We had this earlier. So, Scorpio, full moon, it may not be so challenging for you as some of the other signs, because Capricorn energy and Cancer energy is actually very like harmonious with you guys, okay? So you might be thinking to yourself, ha 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 ha, doo-doo, I got off, I'm cool, I get to hang out and do cool stuff, and you guys get to suffer, ha 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 ha. I mean, it's not quite like that, but like you, for you Scorpios, that you're swimming in an environment which allows you to be like really true to who you want to be. Very nurturing, caring type that's not afraid to get their hands dirty, who is to shine their light, get in there and be a kind of like let's say, an inspiration to others, where it isn't anything else except living by example. Like, you get in there right in the thick of it with people and all their shit and their crap and misery, and you're right in there with it. It's fine by you, and you just kind of like shine your light anyway, okay? Not everybody has the chance to do that or be that. So with the Queen of Wands type energy surrounding you, Scorpio, it can indicate you understand that there is a higher purpose. There's the king above all this, and then there's like love all that. And as the Queen of Wands energy, you're just implementing the good stuff, okay? Helping everybody else, hopefully, to have what's going on. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. You're on a mission to deliver. Well, not a mission. It is a mission to deliver love. Okay? Might just be, Scorpio, that you've had a life where you're just sick of it. I'm just sick of this crap. I'm sick of that. Fighting this, fighting that, trying to pretend this is life or that's life and that's life. I'm done with it. The only thing Scorpio cares about now is coming home and being loving, okay? Because it might have taken Scorpio an awfully long time to figure out that that is the only thing that actually counts. And the Knight of Cups is determined. They're very clear and understanding in their energy and their message. And, you know, the Knight's back from war, okay? And they have no desire to bring the energy of war with them. They're over it. They're much more interested in healing, interested in love. Love and healing, put that together. That's pretty substantial stuff. So Scorpio, you might be feeling like, I am a Scorpio and I want to take full advantage of this energy right now to bring this into life in the world, in my life, but maybe to share this with others too. Because Scorpio, you might have a lot to offer. And maybe others are in need. And they might need to know that this exists. They might need to know that you, Scorpio, have been fearless enough to go out there in the wars, go out there in the battle of this and that, and come back fully confident enough to be able to tell everybody that it's true. Love does exist. It really is a real thing. And I just wanted to let you know. Okay. Ding! Wow. So I might be leading you like, do you see the little Queen of Swords here? This is like the energy of do not. So it might be because these are people cards, Scorpio, that you're coming into this energy where, like, this Queen of Swords energy might be an actual person in your life. Or could be the energy of another person where, like, yep, that's okay. Wavelength, I get it. You wear fancy armor and fancy boots and you got a cool horse and fancy cups and, like, the war. But guess what? You want to know about war? Let's talk about the shit that I've been through. I'm the Queen of Swords, man. From the ground up. And believe me, like, I understand your intentions, Scorpio, but if you're really going to do that and be that stuff, you better be the freaking real deal, because he is very intolerant of anything that is not true. She has like a bullshit meter that smells very far away, and she only wants the best of the best. She only wants to deal with the truth. So, dear Scorpio, you better get your shit together, okay? Because if the Queen of Swords is around you here, okay, you really got to get this stuff together. I'm sure you mean well, but you don't want to mess with the Queen of Swords, all right? Seriously. Sorry, I can't help it. Let's move on. Okay, doopy-doo. Duh! And look where that's taken you. So at this wonderful, amazing full moon, Scorpio, yeah, you might be going through, let's just say, a relationship dynamic, because it is a full moon. So whatever the stuff that you are living through, this thing that you are having to say that you really mean well, Scorpio, okay? And you really mean it. It's just like you've kind of butting up to a wall where it's just like, okay, but you better fucking mean it, all right? So, Scorpio, is that there is a profound transformation happening in your life and world at the Plutonic level. I mean, seriously, this is the Pluto card. This is Scorpio. This is transformation. This is like power as such, but it is like the death of the old that allows the new to unfold. So Scorpio, it might feel that the way things are unfolding for you at this full moon, it's just like there is profound transformation occurring in your life in the context of love, in such a way that you are being transformed from the inside out. Because for everybody, the full moon is about relationship dynamics. It's in a hard square with Jupiter and Libra right now. It involves fundamental relationships. So it might be, Scorpio, that your fundamental understanding and way of being in relationships is being completely transformed. Old ways of being are dying. They're being cut away, cut away, cut away, unfolds. All right? So bravo, Scorpio. Well done. You're going to get through this just fine. Let's just do one little tiny romance angel card for you. And let's just see what that says, just for fun. Let's just see how this spreads out. By the way, you can reinterpret this however you want, people. I know there's a lot of tarot people out there. I just know it. I know it. I know it. So just go for it, okay? And that was the weather underneath supporting you, okay, around you. And we talked about that already. We're just going to shuffle. We're going to pull one, and then that your reading is done, and we're going to move on. So this, what does it say? Wedding. Okay. So the situation involves marriage. I fucking need a drink. In fact, I need two. Excuse me. Okay, we've gone past the halfway mark with the readings. We're in the second half of the show. Just to let you know, people, this is Tarot Lumination with a random impromptu full moon reading, Saturday night, July 8th and 9th. Great. Apparently, there's 40 people or more out there. So I'm kind of shocked, frankly, but I thank you. I'm very grateful. I really am. You guys have absolutely no idea what this means to me, this little Tarot Lumination. It's like a little tiny seedling right now, but there's so much other stuff going on behind the scenes, but that's top secret. We've been doing a lot of top secret testing lately. Let's have a look. W for wedding. Scorpio wedding. Let's have a look. Here we go. It says, the situation, Scorpio, involves marriage. Dear Scorpio, you drew this card because of an upcoming wedding, your own or someone else's. It comes to you because marriage plays a role in the answer to your question. What question? Did we have a question? I don't know. For some people, this card could be a validation that you will get married. Keep the faith and continue enjoying your life without worry about your future marital status. It's like, okay, it's already written. Okay, cool. For others, this card signals that you'll meet a significant other. Wedding. Okay, that's kind of corny. That's like a romance novel type. Or you might experience something there at like a wedding ceremony or gathering that will lead you to new romance, okay? It can also represent your parents' marriage and the way it affected your feelings and beliefs about relationships throughout your life. Wow, that's pretty cool, because the way our parents relate has a profound effect on how we relate as adults. Good God, you look at that guy. Doesn't he look like that movie actor? What's his name? Or something or other? I don't know. Now, what's her name? He looks really familiar, like a famous British movie star. Anyway, in a few cases, this wedding card asks you to look at your present and past marriages. That's if you've had multiple marriages, and review your feelings of healing your heart and your relationships. So perhaps it's time to enlist a marital counselor to help you both sort out how you feel. Okay. We've had a lot of hinting at third-party intervention here for the relationships tonight on this little show, but I don't know why, but maybe that's a good idea. You know, third-party professional like intervention, so you get perspective, so it isn't all like wah 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 yourselves and each other in a formal way through a third party. So perhaps it's time to enlist a marital counselor to help you both sort out how you feel. Sometimes this card can signal the end of a marriage. Oh no! Angels support everyone involved as you come to an understanding about the experience and renew your heart's willingness to love. Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything more. I don't want to mess up the reading. It's already a reading in its full right. I'll just show you this for the record. There it is, Queen of Wands. Supporting energy. And we're going to move on. That's you, Scorpio. Done. Timestamp, people. We're moving on to, yes, Taurus. Okay, we're going to really disorganized. Taurus, that's you. Look, let's put this over here. And we're going to do this because this is the routine. Oh, I should have eaten before I did this because I'm incredibly hungry. And we're going way into the night. It's probably like, it's after midnight for a lot of you. And like if you're East Coast time, you know, if you need to go to bed, go to bed. Don't worry. This will be recorded and kept on the Tarot Illumination channel, so you can check in later in case it's too late for you guys and you don't get your sign yet, okay? But anyway, if you're still up and you're still here, and if there's any Taurus people in the house, welcome. This is for you. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Let's get this over here. What a mess. It's just, God. Oh, Christ, I wish I knew what I was doing. There's no training camp for doing tarot illumination. I got to tell you, people. We live and learn as we go along, okay? Doing this stuff for a very long time, but in different formats. Like, oh, I don't even want to go there. Sorry, let's clear it out here. For now, we're working in the divinatory realms of tarot through the Tarot Illumination channel for your delights. And all that other stuff that I was going to talk about, because that's just a distraction. We've got to get on with your readings. Damn, I'm hungry. All right, cards were shuffled. Now we're going to cut. Oops, really cute little cut. We're going to go here. Let's just see what happens, okay? For the full moon, just a little quickie. Here and here and here. What's going on? What's the weather like? Oh, come on, people. This is like synchronicity energy again. Knight of Swords. Like, you might be getting all the fired up about all these ideas. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be this. I want to do that. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. I know how to do it, and I think I'm going to just do it. If you don't mind, it's that kind of energy. You might be, in other words, like the spirit energy around you might be getting you all fired up. Okay? Just to be you. Okay? What's going on? Well, God, another synchronicity thing, the Wheel of Fortune. So Taurus, okay. Right here. Wheel of Fortune, right off the bat. Taurus, everything is working for you. Any shitty, horrible stuff going on, it's still working for you, because that's the stuff that needs to be addressed, understood, realized, brought to the surface to be healed, okay? Earth, air, fire, and water are all working for you. And the Wheel of Fortune can do this, can do this, and do this, and do this. But it's always, always moving for you. Even when it's on a downward path, it's going to come up and move for you. So if it feels, dear Taurus, that you're in some kind of like vortex, like some kind of swirly vortex, which is amazing, somehow scary, that would be understandable. Can be scary because it makes you feel as if you have absolutely no control of your life, and stuff's just happening because it's happening. And like, wait a minute, don't I get any say in this? Taurus, that you are realizing that you have a profound say, and that it's actually always been happening this way for you anyway, and you're just realizing it, and it's just coming to like an awakening and awareness right now. Let's have a look. You've got a lot to say. You've got a lot to do, a lot to say, and you're going to make it happen. And there's absolutely no stopping you, Taurus. There's no screwing around here, Taurus. You have made a decision. I'm going to do this stuff, and I'm just going to freaking live my life. And I'm just telling you, people, I am going to live my life, and nothing and no one is going to stop me. No. Okay? So, however that comes out, you might have an awful lot to say. You might have an awful lot that needs to be put out there. Okay? So, fine. We're ready. We can handle it. The rest of us waiting. So just whenever you're ready. Readings blow me away. So Taurus, just like, I've decided, I've thought about it, I know it's real, I know it's true, I can do this, I know I can, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Excuse me if you don't mind, I'm just going to be me. I don't mean to offend you or anybody else, but I have a right. And I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to live by example, because if you're honest, everybody else, that's what you would like to do, isn't it? Wouldn't you just like to be you, the ultimate you? Well, guess what? That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to live it. I'm going to live it by example, people. Woo! God, that's fired up energy, Taurus. Where the hell did that all come from? Let's just pull this little romance card out. It could be what it's going to be. We have no idea. This is just for fun. Look at that. I'm just going to have another sip. That glass was talking to me. It said, sip from me now, if you don't mind. I'm just going to pull this one. Codependency. Oh. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. What's going on behind the scenes, dear Taurus? Are you hooked into something? Are you like, let's just say, what's a good word for it? Like you've got all sorts of strategies and ways of being that are working up to a point. But if you actually look at it very, very, very clearly, it's like a form of codependency. Like some people are extremely good at very high level codependency, where everything looks should be, but it's actually a very, very elaborate, very well constructed form of codependency, where some things that you would call perfectly reasonable behaviors are actually, and addictions mean that we're like hooked onto ways of beings and patterns from or conditioning, childhood conditioning. Let's have a look. Let's see what it says here. Just for fun. In your relationships, addictions are affecting your romantic life. It says here, this card answers your question in perhaps a surprising way, because addictions are the culprit behind the issues you're attempting to resolve. Whoa. This could be your own craving for a substance or unhealthful behavior. Or it could be that your partner's addictions are impacting your love life. This card is also an indicator of childhood experiences, family. Okay? So, Taurus, addictions numb the heart to pain, but they also diminish the heart's capacity to love. That's a problem. I added that. That's a problem. That's the part that I added. Since love is the basis of your romantic partnership, become a barrier to moving forward towards true emotional intimacy. This is especially true if you are twisting yourself in knots to please a person whose dependency has lessened his or her capacity for happiness. In other words, it might not even be your codependency or your addictions, Taurus. It might be someone else's. So this is a no-win situation, and it will negatively affect your self-esteem and your own happiness if you continue. Fortunately, lots of support is available worldwide in the form of 12-step meetings. Oh God, that's the Doreen Virtue thing. She was talking about that earlier. She obviously loves all those programs. And other addiction support fellowship. Guess what? Tarot Illumination, we deal with that shit here. You can like, we can handle that stuff here. If you need to talk about that stuff, come to tarotillumination.com. We'll handle it, okay? So whether it is you or your romantic partner who has the addiction, you can find free groups near you through internet searches that take you directly to Tarot Illumination, a local community health center. That takes you directly to tarotillumination.com. So there you go. Hope you get something out of this. Hope this little card didn't scare you or freak you out or put you off of Tarot Illumination forever. It's just one little reading for the full moon, and then we're going to have a whole pile of new reports towards the end of July. All right? We're moving on, people. God, this is actually happening. This is actually freaking happening. We just did Scorpio. We just did Taurus. Maybe it's time for more like a Libra. How about a Libra? Why don't we do Libra next, okay? So that means Libra and next Aries. Okay, I'm just going to quickly shuffle these guys. All right, people? All right. I see like tons and tons of chitter chatter on the screen. I have no idea what you're talking about because frankly, it's too far away for me to even focus at the moment. I know it's there. I know you're there. So thank you. I didn't expect anywhere near this number of people to show up because it was just a random Saturday night. But we're doing it. All right, here we go. Next one. Okay, we did that. We're doing Libra. I said Libra, right? Libra. Here we go. Libra. That's an R. Libra, that's you. Timestamp, people. Timestamp, whatever that is. Libra, you are up. Wow, this is a lot of work. I had no idea. Very different from Sunday Night Live, I got to tell you, because I'm just totally in the reading zone. I'm not doing hardly any hanging out with you guys, hardly anything at all. It feels weird. I tell you, it feels weird. It feels very, very trippy. Okay, let's just, we did shuffle a little bit earlier, but we're going to shuffle again. I like to have a really clean deck. Oh, by the way, surprise everybody, surprise. I don't normally do oracles, but I couldn't resist one. We got a new deck coming in. It's called the Vintage something blah blah. Anyway, you'll see it in a few weeks or whenever it gets here and I get familiar. And it's very oldie worldy and the cards are beautiful and the readings are beautiful. And there's like, I don't know, 70 cards in the deck. It's having really short tarot, lots of little quickies, and then go deep into the oracle and going into the vibe and the energy. Do tarot, even though it is very subjective, we're doing it sort of by the book. Well, at least Tarot Illumination is doing it by the Tarot Illumination way of doing things. And with Tarot Illumination, we don't do a lot of stuff in the traditional way. Most of the tarot readers, well, they read according to the cards and according to the spread. But I find it very difficult to do that. I pick up energy through the card and the reading as we go, and I have to honor that energy. Otherwise, it feels like I'm lying. Be that way or feel that way. All right. If you can hear weird buzzing sounds, that's just my poor little computer struggling to keep up. Libra, you are next. Libra, you might be feeling this moon pretty strongly because you're one of the cardinal signs and you're right at the apex of this. I'll just show you. Okay. Let's have a look. Here it is. Look. So, just the basics, the big fat T-square and the big fat fire trine. There's a whole ton of other stuff, but we don't have time. All right, so Libra, you right here. Everybody has Libra 14 degrees somewhere in the chart. But Libras, this is you. Like whether it's your sun or your moon or your rising. Like if it's your, hold on. Okay, if it's your sun or your moon or your rising, it's gonna kind of look like this. So again, you're gonna feel strong relationship dynamics happening in the home, the foundations of your life, and your place in the world. You as the person, your identity. You, the Libra, in how you relate to others in the foundations of your life and how you relate to others in the outside world in your life, where you need to feel like you have a sense of meaning and significance and purpose. So, God, that sounded really important. I don't mean to scare you. All right. So hang in, hold on. Now, let's not read anything into this, people. This is just wild. Anything can happen here. So let's have a look. We did the cut, so we're just going to read. Now, this is not like the Sunday Night Live. This is just a continuous, okay? We just go. Okay, what's underneath supporting you? Oh, yeah, beautiful. So Taurus, you might be feeling blessed in matters of the heart, matters of love, in the most sweet and innocent way possible. Maybe you're getting blindsided. Maybe you have not got a clue what's going on in matters of the heart. But regardless, it's like very, very pure and innocent. In other words, if you've been like caught completely off guard in this full moon happening, however it might affect you in love and relationships, it's meant to be. In other words, if you're getting shocking realizations like whatever's not working, believe me, you were meant to know that. If you're getting shocking realizations about, wow, I didn't realize that this, and this part works so well. And then all that happens, like you might be, it might feel as though like, even though you don't understand it, like there's something going on between the very core foundations of your life and like your place in the world. Let's just call it a career or something if you have a job, or whatever it is that you do in the outside world, as opposed to you just snuggling down, curling up at home in bed at night. What do you do after you get dressed and go home and go outside the front door? So those are the two polarities of energy. And you might be realizing that dynamic, something very beautiful and sweet and loving is happening right now, especially in the aspect of like relationship. Okay, it might be very simple, very, 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 very like modest, very small, again, but it's very, very pure. That's the important thing to understand here. It's very, very pure. So if it is very, very pure, but very, very tiny and small, please cherish that, okay, Libra? Because you're in a very good spot right now. It might not feel that way, but you are in a very good spot. So with that dynamic, that big polarity that's going on, you might be feeling ripped apart, like pulled sections, foundations at home, in the family and everything, and who am I in the outside world? trying to balance that in such a way that it works properly so that the energy of love flows. Okay? You can't just have your whole life just all about career and work and life and everything outside the front door, or you can't have your whole life just buried. You can't just sit at home and just be a hermit and eat snacks all day and watch TV and stay in bed. Okay, you can't do that. You have to be out there to survive. And when you survive, you just can't be out there all the time every day. You have to love yourself and allow yourself to be loved by others, and then come home to your place of safety and foundation and be loving and be loved. So the question is, with the Strength card here, those two energies are very, very powerfully and equally opposed right now. So it might feel as though you, dear Libra, come into balance with, like, how does this love energy work in its highest frequency, highest vibration, as opposed to how I think it works, the way I would like it to work for me, the ego, my will. Again, the balance of the will of heaven versus the will of Libra, the will of heaven versus the will of self, finding that equilibrium. And that's what this whole moon is about, is finding that equilibrium. Let's have a look. Bam. I don't know if you've noticed it, but we've had a lot of repeat cards by now tonight. I'm not sure what to say about that, but there have been a lot of repeat cards. So it means like there's like a consistency in the energies that are shared. So Libra is making sense to you, but what it might feel like is that struggling and trying to figure out the balancing between a stable, loving home life and a happy outer life world, like career, work, job, whatever it is you do, whether you're a working mom, a single mom, whether you're a kid at school or college out there doing whatever it is, you've got a job at the cafe, or you're a truck driver, or you're a teacher, or nerd, whatever it is, at night, and you need to feel safe and at home. It might be like trying to find that equilibrium balance, like who am I? Who am I really when I'm out there in the world versus who am I really when I'm at home? And it's really, really important, or at least from the perspective of tarot illumination, that you really honor foundation, like the sun energy right now. And especially with Mars there, it's really firing it up in this very like assertive manner. Like you really, really need to know what love really, really is, because it has to work for you at home in a way that works and it feels safe and warm and stable, so that you can go out there and be something in the world. Like if you don't have it locked down at home, like what does it mean when you're out there in the world achieving this and doing that and being magnificent and powerful, and then you come home and you feel like shit? What's the point? Okay, I'm being kind of biased here. I'm leaning towards the sun energy. Sun is in Cancer right now, which is all about bringing home the love, so to speak, which from my perspective is about honoring the will of heaven. And it might just be with this full moon in Capricorn, it's illustrating like in the outer world, you might be living through appearances. You might be living through expectations or, you know, programming that's not really yours, and you're not being your authentic self. It's really, really important that you kind of get a solid foundation at home. That's what it's feeling like to me. Okay. Well, with the High Priestess here, the way things are ending up with this moon, where the energy might spill over for the next week or two, that is, let's just say you understood everything that I just said in the last 5 minutes, and it kind of made some sort of sense. The reality is that it might not make much sense. It might be that what's going on here is so like profound. It's so kind of like almost, it's not alien, it's just that you're not used to it, that you might be having a trouble understanding this whole idea. So without, in other words, like how you relate to your feelings, being true to your feelings in a very, very respectable, self-respecting, self-loving way is fundamental to how you are perceived and appreciated and valued in the outside world. And we're saying that here in the reading, but whether that actually sinks in the next week or two is another thing altogether, because you might end up feeling like it's still like a mystery, like there's still more to understand, still more to learn. And the High Priestess's energy is saying, that's okay. One full moon out of many. There's a new moon coming up and everything's going to change. So there's no harm, there's no judgment here. So if, like, this energy of pure, sweet love is confounding you or feeling mysterious, and you want to make it happen, you'd like it all to work, but it still seems like a mystery, it's all right, Libra, don't worry. We move on, okay? We're just dealing with a moment in time. This is the full moon. And we're supposed to have things exposed that we need to understand, that need to be exposed, okay? Especially when it comes to matters of the heart. We're just going to put one little love, whatever it is, the romance angel card, and for fun, and then see where that leads you at the end of this micro reading. Okay, so I just wanted to say in the middle of this reading that we've had 4, 6, 8. So there's only 3 more readings to go after this one, 3 or 4, whatever it is. Anyway, 4 after this one. So if you got to go home and you've had your sun sign read already, that's cool. Another time. We've got Sunday Night Live, all right? But for now, we're just reading Libra, the last card, Passion. Oh, God. Listen, we've had almost every one of these cards before. Not the High Priestess, but anyway, Passion. Let's just read it quickly for you, Libra. If you watch the other reports, you probably remember what it says. Because this whole report might end up being, we don't know. So we have to treat this as a standalone reading. So your little romance angel reading says, you have known each other before. Excuse me. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Your prayers for great love have been heard and answered, Libra. Okay. Duh. Duh. Okay. You might be unaware. You might be innocent in that. You might be struggling with understanding it all. I added all that. Your prayers for great love have been heard and answered, Libra, and it all begins with you. Love you first. I'm loved. Be loving, be loved. You have the power to revive passion in your life. In fact, no one can bring it to you but you. Okay? This card guides you to seek that which brings you great joy, such as a hobby, a cause, a special activity. Anything that stirs your heart with joy will help passion bubble forth and positively flow into your romantic life. Okay? So it's all about just getting the passion to flow. That's the energy of life. That's just like the pulse, the blood flowing the heart to the energy of love to flow, even if you don't understand what it's really going on about. Romance angels say that having a passion for life itself is a requisite foundation for feeling passion in your love life. The two are connected. Passion for life. Get it? This means enjoying this moment completely. And when you do so with a partner, you inspire him or her to romantically participate with you. See that, how it feeds on itself? Passion ignites passion. If you're presently single, you can definitely enjoy passion in your activities and hobbies. And who knows, such pursuits may provide an opportunity to meet who shares these passions. Again, passions trigger passion, okay? So that's good. All right, we're going to leave it at that, Libra. Thank you so much. I didn't, you know, touch on too many nerves or spoil anything for you, or like if it didn't make any sense, watch for your moon or rising, you know, just like you watch the general reports or the love relationship reports, okay? So we're going to shuffle that. Put this back in here. I'm going to shuffle this just quickly to clear the deck. We're going to start with Aries. We're going to go to Aries next, okay, people? We're going to go to Aries. Thank you, Libra. Thank you so, so much. That was fun. I'm glad I got to read for you. Aries, you are up. Let's have a look. Aries. Let's have a look here. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten anything all day. I've just been doing homework on tarot elimination and I completely forgot. Damn. I'm feeling a little bit spacey and the wine isn't helping. Well, actually it is. Actually, the wine is helping. What's left after Aries? Hold on. Wait a minute. Blah, blah, blah. What? What's left? I can't remember. Okay, well, let's just do Aries and we'll figure it out. After Aries, we'll just have 2 more readings and then we're done, okay? And after that, I got to eat. Man. All right, Aries, here you go. We shuffled. You were a witness. You saw that. You saw that. Big, big fat cut. Cut there. We're just going to pull it, see what happens. Next, it's Virgo and Pisces. Virgo and Pisces. So hang in, Virgo and Pisces. You're the last ones. Let's do Pisces and then Virgo, because Pisces always gets the last or always the first. It's not fair. So we're going to do Pisces and then Virgo. All right. So here we go. This is you, Aries. Da-ba-da. Hanging in, holding on, man. Yeah, it's been tough, Aries, hasn't it? Yeah. Man, it's just like, it's just like, it's almost like, like having to hold up the world for everybody else. Like, and the rest of the world, like, does it have to be this way? No. It just might be by accident. You've been conducting yourself in your life in such a way that you've kind of boxed yourself in a corner where like everybody and everything is now dependent on you. That actually becomes a problem because, yeah, you've been holding on and like the conditions in the environment are like, yeah, there might be a lot of good stuff there for you, but on the other hand, it's just like holding all this shit together, man. Do this on my own. I can, and I'm doing it, but I'm kind of sick of it and I'm wiped out type of energy. So you might be feeling that like swishing around the whole reading. Let's have a look. Let's just have a look. See what I'm saying? It's just like, it's all too much. It's just come to the point, you know, screw it. It's all too much. I can't take it anymore. The way things are not meant to be. I need to put this stuff down. I could keep going. I'm strong. I know I can handle it. But frankly, it's just time to put this stuff down. I need a break. I'm Aries. Yeah, I'm awesome. I know that. I don't have to prove that to anybody. I'm an Aries and I know it already. I'm the one who goes out there. I'm the one who takes care of stuff. I'm the one who goes out first because everyone else is scared. But frankly, I'm wiped out. I'm pooped. I can't take it anymore. I've done it. I've done my share. Someone else can do it now. If you don't mind, I wouldn't mind taking a break. Because that's how it has to be. justice is served. It's almost like a karmic thing going on here, Aries. It's almost like this is exactly how it should be. In other words, it's perfectly okay. Now, justice has been served. You've done your duty, okay? Nobody can judge you. Nobody can condemn you. Nobody but you, okay? If you want to feel guilty, if you want to keep going on carrying the heavy load, sure, go for it, great. But you're just going to feel more and more pain, and it's just going to be more and more and more struggle. So it would be appropriate to set this down. It would be the healthy, healing thing to do. And it would be the just thing to do, because the whole world on your shoulder. It's just too much. It's not your job, Aries, to live everyone else's life for them. Their own lives. It's time they live their own lives. It's time that you allow other people to live their own lives and let them live with the consequences of living their own lives. Now, release yourself from all of this crap and live your own life, and that would be the just and orderly thing to do. Okay, because you don't need to live like this anymore. Okay, this is the little four of, because if you continue to do the noble Aryan thing and just fight on and fight on and fight on, and you deny like the truth of the situation, the swords, okay, and you refuse to allow equilibrium to occur, you refuse to allow balance to occur, then all you will do is simply perpetuate this feeling of being like, I coulda, woulda, shoulda, if only this, if only that, if only that, in a perpetual state of like low-grade depression. Acceptable for Aries. Aries loves to be out there in life, in light, in the world, forging ahead, being a real Aries. So to have to live with this energy of the Four of Cups, by honoring justice, by letting justice be served, by letting the laws of karma play themselves out, forcing an issue, no longer feeling that it's your right and your obligation and duty to carry all this stuff for yourself and others. No. By allowing yourself to like liberate yourself here, you can expose yourself to the little Ace of Cups that is sitting there waiting for you. So you would no longer have to be in a perpetual, unending cycle of woe is me, and instead change your perspectives and look, there's a little bit of love out there. Before, it's been a long time. But you know what? You know, energy flows where attention goes. So Aries, if you're willing to like detach from all of this stuff, detach, give up the war, give up the fight, you know, it's just like, what's the point? There's nothing left to do except accept the cup of love. There's a little tiny Ace of Cups right here. The full Ace of Cups is right there contained in this little symbolic Ace of Cups. It's all right there for you. Mostly it's like an attitude adjustment here. It's literally an attitude adjustment. You might be so immersed and submerged with unending perpetual strife and having to carry the burdens of yourself and others over and over and over again, not realizing that you had a right and an obligation to live and let live their lives, to carry their own burdens. You can release yourself and have this. What a treat. What a nice little treat, Aries. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's have a look. What's the little angel card said, the romance card? Let's have a look. Whatever it says. I already shuffled these earlier. Dang, I'm just making my life harder. Here is your card. Ding. Your love life is being affected by children. Seriously? Let's have a look. Let's see what that says. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? What I'm thinking here, before we read it, it could be like children. It could be that, dear Aries, you're the adult in the room, and everyone else is like a little child, relatively speaking, and you're just doing a tremendously good job taking care of the kids. Okay? It just might be overwhelming for you. You might just have too much on your plate, and it's not your job anymore. Maybe it's time they grow up. Let's have a look. Let's see. Life is being affected by children. The romance angel sent you this card because children are a significant factor in your life. Either you want them, or your partner might want to have kids who are an influence in your love life. This is a factor to consider when you desire to improve your romantic future. The angels honor and support all expressions of love, and they are willing and able to help you with any issue concerning children. In addition, by the way, children can include the spawn of your creativity, imagination. A lot of artists and creative types are very, very fertile. For example, like Aries, you might be very, very fertile, and you have a lot of stuff that you want to procreate and create and bring to this world. Like artists, writers, and musicians are like that. Because their creative output is literally like their children. Okay, so in addition, this card can signify that you or your partner's inner child is affecting your relationship. There's a need for playfulness or lighthearted spirit, or it could also signal that there's a time to heal the childhood emotional wound. That's really important. It could signal a time that it's time to heal a childhood emotional wound. The loving nature of your inner child and children in general is supportive of healing work, especially when its intention is to bring in more love. Wow. Did you understand that part, Aries, about childhood wounds that need healing now? I think that's a lot to do with all of this. Carrying the burdens of others for a long time. For whatever reason, it's time to face your own self wounds and allow that perhaps others can take care of you. Instead of you having to take on all of this for everyone else, let them live their life, and you can take care of and heal your own childhood wounds now. It's time for you, okay, Aries? All right, we're just going to move on. We're going to do Pisces next. Okay, thanks for staying up, everybody. A lot of the signs have had their readings now, so you can go home. It's no big deal. I'm not going to take it personally. I know it's very late for some of you, very, very late, and you got to get up. It's Sunday. Actually, you may not have to get up because it's Sunday morning. Anyway, let's keep going. Two more signs, Pisces, then Virgo. All right, so hang in, people. Hang in, Pisces. Hang in, Virgo. I haven't even looked at the screen for a long time, people, so I have no idea what's going on up there. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're chatting amongst yourselves, healing yourselves and each other, bringing light and illumination into your lives and each other's lives, sharing your own light with each other. Okay. The tarot. And we're just going to do a quickie shuffle because just by inserting, shuffled. That'll work. Okay, thank you, Aries. Moving on. We now have Pisces. Okay, here we go. All right, Pisces, you're up. Let's have a look. We're going to cut. We've already shuffled. You saw that. We're going to cut. That was a very extreme cut. Oh, look at all these repeat cards. It's freaky, people. It's freaking me out. It's like there's only 12 cards in the whole tarot deck or something. It's weird. Anyway, if your surrounding energy, Pisces, a little bit of like, it could be very, very low grade. It could be very, very subtle, very, very deeply buried energy of grief and sorrow and misery. It's the kind of stuff where the way I'm feeling it, Pisces, is that we're dealing with very, very old wounds, very, very deeply buried energies. For 99% of the time, you never think about it. You don't want to ever think about it. You never deal with it. You never cure it. Nothing. It's just deeply buried and hidden. That's understandable because we still have a very, very strong Saturn and Sagittarius hard squaring onto little Chiron and Pisces. It's almost like Chiron and Pisces is saying, please, 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 please don't touch me. Please don't touch my deepest, most buried, most painful wounds and sufferings. I can't handle it. Saying, listen, Pisces, we need to deal with this stuff. We got to reveal it to heal it. Stay, you know, like low-grade crippled by all these energies and grief and sorrow and sadness from the past that can actually be healed. But the only way you can heal with it, Pisces, is you've got to reveal it. Okay? So this is an opportunity. Okay? This full moon is an opportunity for you, Pisces. True. This needs to happen. Justice will be served. Okay? It's almost like the full moon is saying, it's now, Pisces. We're going to deal with this. Okay? We're going to bring things into balance. And we're going to do this in a very, very, very gentle way. Feel as though you really don't want to go there. You don't want to deal with this stuff. But full moon or fate or energy, the energy of, let's say, the justice god, is now arriving in your life and saying, it is now time for things to be brought in order, in balance, dear Pisces. Put this stuff, okay? If you want to, you can live for the rest of your life in grief and sadness and misery deep down, and you can ignore the cups. But the reality is, Pisces, it doesn't have to be that way, because what we're here to do with this full moon is give you a chance to reveal things just the slightest. All we need is just a little bit to get the process in motion. The justice that you deserve, which translates into the healing that you deserve, will be initiated. In other words, it's like, it's not happening right now. All that's happening at this full moon is a realization that this is what has to happen. Like, you need to honor yourself, do justice to yourself. It's like loving yourself, but this is more of an intellectual process. We're saying that this is what has to happen by decree. It is decreed. Healing needs to occur inside of you at the most profound level, and now is the time it's going to happen, and we're going to balance things out. This is how it's going to be. All right, Pisces? And little Pisces goes, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've been hiding all my pain for so long. I know what you're saying, Justice. We got to deal with this. And then Justice says, thank you, Pisces. I hope we don't judge me or blame me for the process or any pain that you might feel. I am just here to serve justice, is the healing that you deserve. Okay. So it might be that this requires not just dealing with your present life, but also dealing with deep, deep in the past, deep conditioning, even past life issues. Pisces, you're so, so, so connected to the great beyond. Future life, the past life, multiple past lives. And it all becomes one big blur. So with the little Six of Cups here, it might be that some of these matters of the heart, buried, are actually manifesting in your life right now. Life, this moment right now, situation to do with the heart and relationships, significant relationships that might be past life relationships, that might be something from the past, where there's a lot of, do you see the connection here? Like there's grief regarding old relationships. Grief, sorrow. It might be, it doesn't matter how young you are or how old you are. We have relationships. Even if you're a teenager watching this or you're 80 years old watching this, we have our relationships. And some of our relationships are, let's just say, loaded with grief. And they're in the past, maybe long, long in the past, but we still feel them today, haunting us. Very old soulmate relationships that didn't work out. Beautiful, loving relationships that exploded through betrayal. Wonderful, wonderful friendships that just dissolved for no reason and left you feeling like grieving. Okay. So this little card is saying to put it down. I know this is a strange way to read the deck, to read the cards. It's almost like, the way I feel it, Pisces, is you've been carrying this grief for too long. You've probably been carrying a lot of very, very deeply buried sadness for a very long time. And it is time now to put that aside, put it down. It doesn't mean you can do it all at once. It might be, there's a lot to set down. You might be carrying so many issues. Things that didn't work out, even though you put all your passion and spirit and your life into it. And that leaves you burdened with that sense of failing and loss. But you're holding on to the pain and sorrow as though it's your identity. And justice is coming along with the sword and saying, no, that is not your identity, Tarot Illumination. That is history. Those are feelings. Those are thoughts from the past. Your real identity lies in front of you. Maybe you're not sure what it is yet because you're so completely identified with your pain and sorrow and suffering and grief that you've lost track of who you are. Is your pain and sorrow and suffering. That's not a happy way to be. Okay? You have a right to feel happy and feel loved and feel loving in the present and in future relationships. Okay? We'll look at the romance angel. So with this full moon, it's about awareness. So the awareness, might have been carrying this for a long time, and it's time for healing. Okay? The justice is that it's time for healing. Let's pull up one little card here for you. See what happens. Jeepers, there's 30 people. What's everybody doing? I'm just going to say hi, everybody. Hi, 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 hi. Is that you're still here? Here we go. Free yourself. You see what I mean? Tarot Illumination. This is not me talking. This is just the cards, okay? Put the burden down, okay? Understand and accept that you might be carrying a lot of grief, deeply buried grief and sorrow of misery, to the point where you hardly even know that's what it is anymore. It's just your identity. Of course, the challenges. I'm not going to read this yet. Give me a moment. I feel it. It's time to take back control of your life, to own yourself. Because Pisces, very, very, very profound. Chiron in Pisces at 29 degrees right now. It's really, really profound. It's like you are being owned by your grief and sorrow, pain and misery. And it doesn't have to be that way. At Tarot Illumination now, we are saying that you have, it is, justice is, the justice, it is being ordained from above that it is time for you to set down this whole sense of identity that is about sorrow, okay? Set it down and get your life back again, whatever that is. Now, that might be frightening because you might have lost so much of yourself. Pisces is the sign of self-undoing. Pisces is the sign of like total loss. So it's understandable. But guess what? You're here, so you have a chance to start all over again. Let's see what happens. Free yourself. Here it is. It's time to take control back from your life. Like the unicorn in the image on this card, you may be feeling trapped. You've relinquished control to someone or something else. Or maybe you feel smothered in your career or your relationships. As you tune into yourself, you'll sense the specific areas where this message applies to you. You hear from Tarot Illumination. Deep down, Pisces, you know exactly what we're talking about, okay? There's no way out of it. You know what we're talking about here, but it's very deeply buried, and it almost feels like it's your whole identity. So you can even ask yourself, in what ways do I feel limited or constrained? And then you have to trust the answers that you receive. Ask yourself the question, in what ways do I feel limited or constrained? Then trust the answer. This card comes to you from the romance angels because they have heard great love, okay? Love you first, okay? You might have completely abandoned yourself to others. It's passion, though. You must first allow yourself to feel deep emotion, okay? You may come up against areas of your life where you harbor discontent. Simply by acknowledging these areas, you bring light to the situation and allow room for the angels to help you. See what we're talking about? As you commit to taking back control of your life and put down the sorrow and the grief, your whole identity, and reclaim your you, your feelings will naturally thaw gently, slowly, and reawaken to be your true self. This leads to a greater capacity to love yourself, your partner, and your experiences. It's like starting over again, Pisces. Release yourself from the shadows and the burdens of the past, going way, way into the past, okay? By law, okay, it is decreed from above and to do this. Reclaim your life, okay? Release yourself from the crap, okay? Because you don't want that crap to own you. At the moment, it owns you. Now, that's not good. Quick shuffle here to get the cards back. Quick, 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 quick. Now we have Virgo. Coming up is Virgo, people. Time stampers, if anybody's doing that shit. I don't know how to do it. You can be such experts at giving everything away to everyone else. Virgos are very similar too. Virgos can be the ultimate, let's say, do-gooder or servant or maid or something where, kind of similar to Pisces, where they can be so self-sacrificing that they think that's their life, and they don't realize that they actually have a right to a life of their own. Have to be there for everybody else all the time, 24/7, as their maid. They have a right to be their own person. Okay? So thank you, Pisces. I'm going to read for Virgo, and then that's it, people. Yay. Jeez, I had no idea what I was getting into when we started this show. God, what was I thinking? Jeez. Oh, man. All right. We're going to do it. Thank you for your patience, Virgo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I had no idea it would be such a crowd. It's like Saturday night. I just guessed everyone's going to be out. I'm sure I'm supposed to be doing all these like Tarot Illumination promotion things and whatever, but you kind of know the drill. Watch your generals, watch your love relationships, check the channel regularly, or like discovered that is, every time I post a new video, it sends a little beeper out to everybody because it gets really, really fast. I know that. And I love all your comments, by the way. It's been an incredibly illuminating experience for Tarot Illumination. And by the way, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. We're going to do Virgo. We'll talk more because I'm going to have to unwind after the readings, and I'll hang out with you guys just for a little bit, and then I'll go and have dinner because I'm way beyond loopy now from forgetting to eat. It's to the point where it hardly matters anymore. I'm like giggly, like giddy. Okay? You're Virgo. We're just going to chill for a little bit, hang out. I'm going to say hi to everybody. All right, here we go, Virgo. You're up. I'm going to do it this way. Super hard. Super cut. That was really extreme. Wow, Virgo. That has to be the most extreme cut I've ever done. Wow. Let's have a look. What's going on? What's going on? And what's going on? Little. Oh, Virgo, what's going on with you? This is the card of pure love. It seems like somewhere, somehow, somewhere in your life, in your world and everything, in your environment, maybe it's just spirit energy, maybe it's just a feeling that there's pure love happening, true love in the most pure and simple way you can imagine. Now, we don't know where that is, where it's coming from, where it's going. There's no idea, but it is there. Doing. However, moment you might not be feeling it because you might be so swamped. Look, all these freaking cards. We had the Two of Cups earlier. We've had this how many times? I don't remember. That in this present moment, at this full moon, you might be so wrapped up in like your surroundings of, you know, it's very honorable, it's very respectful, because Virgos are very, they tend to be very considerate, very grounded and conscientious and caring of others, almost to the point of depleting themselves, in which sense you might be feeling that lack of love, because if you're unconsciously behaving in a way where you're actually depleting yourself instead of being the high vibration Virgo, which is all about purification, refining and cleaning and getting things in a very orderly manner so that things work. You have to take care of everybody else's shit all day, every day, because other people have to have the obligation and duty to live their life. But Virgos it's very easy for Virgos to give it away. And as they give it away, of being to help and serve others, so that they have a chance of living their life, they forget to check out or get off the clock. They're on the clock 24/7. Virgos are very good at work. Virgos can be very good at working and staying on the clock. Much remuneration. And that's a problem, because eventually that's going to affect you in the heart, where you're going to feel depleted and you're going to feel like nobody seems to appreciate me. It's just like, I do all this stuff for everybody. I'm really good at what I do. I love everybody. I love everything. I'm the best thing that they could all have in their life, but they just don't seem to understand. They just take me for granted. And that leaves me feeling like shit sometimes. And I'm sick of it. If I'd done this, maybe I could have done this, or maybe I could have done that, and just life is passing me by. Well, maybe that's what you're supposed to feel right now at this full moon, okay, Virgo? Because that's the purpose of full moons, is to bring full illumination onto a matter at hand. Plenty of times about what this full moon is about, so let's not go into it. Let's understand, please understand, Virgo, all the love that you ever need, ever could have dreamed of, ever wanted is right there. It's just a question of changing your focus, changing perspectives, changing an attitude, and recognizing and understanding that it's there, and understanding and recognizing that maybe all of this stuff is now inappropriate. You don't have to be eating kind of Virgo anymore. You can be a true Virgo, and then you check out at the end of the day, and then you nurture yourself. You take care of yourself, You do what you like to do to be a Virgo, whatever that might be. Allow you to tune more into like the energy of love, like, wow, there is a little cup of love out there for me, and I deserve it. I just get so preoccupied with my tasks and chores and ways of being that I forget. But damn it, with this full moon, we're going to make it evident that this little cup love is there. Okay, sure. Okay, you're working at it, and maybe you don't have to. Maybe you're so consumed with the labors that you've set yourself up for. In other words, it's almost like you've set yourself up for self-defeat, because it's almost like you've worked yourself into a corner, and it's almost like no wonder you feel like this, even though you might have all this beautiful divine love around you, available to you. It may not feel that way. It might be dawning on you that you've worked yourself into a corner. Arduous, continuous, over and over and over and over again, becomes a grind. And that's not healthy. I mean, studious, focused work is great, okay? And that's wonderful. Virgo, there's nobody better than Virgo at focusing down and taking care of business, doing the tasks that need to be done. What feels here in this reading for Tarot Illumination is that you might have overdone it to the point where you created your own misery and your own unhappiness and down in the dumps feelings. You're absorbed in just being like the instinctive Virgo, because that's just how you're programmed to be, like to work hard and be of service to others. But that's not working for you, okay? We need to find out what's working for you, okay? And you don't want to deal with it. It might be that you might be aware of this, but you're not ready yet to handle it. It might be at this full moon. You know exactly what we're talking about here, but it's like way too early to deal with it. It's just like, okay. I understand what you're talking about. I get it. I'm a Virgo. I'm very, very smart. I'm very analytical. I can figure things out methodically. The reality is, I'm only just understanding this stuff now. I know I'm being tested, and I know I need to face this and understand it. Thank you for letting me know that the little Two of Cups is there. I needed that reassurance, and I'm sorry I'm so wrapped up in my own woe is me, because I don't know anything else right now. And okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I just did work myself into a corner. It's just that full moon, I'm not ready to fully like rip it all apart and change everything and fix it all right now. We're going to have to do this like one little piece at a time, okay? It might be feeling like you're being tested, okay? Away from the testing process and the self-healing process might take you far, far away from home, or what you feel is home, into new worlds, new places, because as you remove the, what do they call it? When they call this the card of removing the blindfolds, the unwillingness to remove the blindfolds. But once you come to a realization, perhaps later in the year or in a week or two or a few months, where it feels okay, it's safe to start addressing the issues, then you will do so, okay? You will do so, and everything will work out, and you'll systematically remove all these, let's say, deeply buried subconscious behaviors, perceptions, attitudes, and beliefs, deeply programmed into you, as deeply as your habits, okay? In other words, a lot of what's going on right now is just simply unrelenting years and years of deeply ingrained habit, just deliberate behavior. And that's very, very different. If you're just living out of habit, I'll be serving you, okay? Anyway, we don't want to punish you here, Virgo. We're just coming to an awakening, okay? You don't have to live at the mercy of habits, unrelenting, ancient, old, redundant habits. There are other ways to live. Story to unfold. Let's have a look. We're going to pull one card just for fun, Virgo. Whatever it is, we're going to deal with it. Don't worry. Don't you worry, Virgo. I know Virgos are prone to worry. No matter how well or how poorly aspected, Virgos can be very, very, very good at worrying and fussing about the details, about the little things here and there, about how to get through them, how to navigate through these things so that it works out nicely for everybody else, okay? Because Virgo, you are so deeply programmed to serve others. But seriously, Virgo, you need to love you a little bit, okay? Accept the love that's coming to you. And you deserve a lot of healing. It looks like you've carried a lot of scars and you're overworked, and that needs to change. But you have to make the decision, Virgo, okay? It's a decision, and you know that. I know you know that. And then we're going to get your little card. And here it is. Ding! Release your ex. Sorry, all these cards were... This one came out down. Okay, release your ex. It says, the time has come to clear your energy. Okay, Virgo? That's almost like that's Virgo energy. Purifying, rectification, putting things in order, healing things in a very, very nurse-like way, but loving you. And we'll see how that reads. Let's just read what the little book says, just for fun. Oops, I went straight past it. It's in here somewhere. Release your ex. Okay, it says here, the time has come to clear your energy, Virgo. That's Virgo. It's like cleaning house for you, not cleaning house for everybody else. You drew this card, Virgo, because your love life will improve once you emotionally and energetically release your ex. The benefits of doing so include increased happiness, feelings of freedom, and the ability to attract a new lover who would otherwise sense the presence of your ex in your aura. The moment you make the decision to let go of the past, it is done. Sometimes this is akin to peeling layers from the onion. Many, 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 many layers. Layers and layers and layers and layers. Even though you had all the best intentions, all the best goodwill. So, continue releasing your ex whenever old familiar feelings arise. In other words, release incrementally. You don't have to be like butcher operation. You do things incrementally in a very gracious, Virgo, sensible manner. In other words, release things incrementally as the familiar feelings arise that need to be released. Or you find yourself attracting people reminiscent of him or her again. In other words, you have to do the releasing, otherwise you're just going to keep attracting the same patterns again that are not healthy for you. As the painting on this card depicts, let's have a quick look. Okay, the poor angel, that's angel overworked. That's the Virgo angel who's overworked, overburdened. Let's have a look. As the painting on this card depicts, you may want to ceremonially burn a letter to release the old relationship energy and symbolically let go of the old feelings. Or you can call upon the romance angels to clear the lingering attachments to your ex for you. However you do it, look at the little picture. It might be like, I'm feeling here like it's poor Virgo. You've endured so much. You've carried so much. And you're truly an angel, okay? And you truly, truly deserve love. You truly deserve to be loving, and you deserve to be loved. But it's almost impossible to do it the way things are right now because you're still bound to a situation of these like very, very deeply ingrained habits and perhaps perceptions and behaviors and ways of just doing things that are essentially not serving you anymore. Because in the end, you deserve the little Ace of Cups, okay? All right, so that's all we've got. That's it, everybody. The readings are over. We're going to close the shop up in a moment. And everyone's going to have a wonderful night. Tarot Illumination is going to go home and feed themselves. And we're going to go from there. So, guys, I have no idea what you've been talking about, but you've been really whooping it up. Thank you. I'm so glad you're all here. I'm going to put these all back. Clear this, and clear this. We're going to put this away. And we're going to put this away. And we have now read all 12 signs. Virgo, Pisces, Aries and Libra, Scorpio, yes, Leo and Aquarius, Cancer and Capricorn, Sagittarius and Gemini. We did it. This is amazing. It's quite amazing. We actually did it. We got through all of this stuff, people. Can't believe we actually did this. It's mind-boggling. We're going to put the cards away. We're going to have another little sip of wine, guys, for a moment. Tarot Illumination has to let Tarot Illumination now and do some self-care and self-healing so we can do this all again on Sunday Night Live, but it's for you guys. It's for the individuals. You know what happens. You've done this before. So that's what we just did. Little full moon reading. We don't need that. What do I do now? Oh yeah, I know what we do now. We top up. We have a little top up. Here we go. All right. So there you go, people. I'm going to say hello, hello, hello. Saying good night, good night, good night. I don't have any sound system rigged up. All of the sound stuff is kind of redundant at the moment. I'm not going to play much or do much. I'm really kind of wiped out. Let me just check. I'm going to go look at the screen, everybody. I'm going to see who's here. Bear with me. Abby. I just saw Abby. Hi, Abby. I just saw these millions of people holding hands. How the fuck do you do that? Cute, Abby. Abby, you're just awesome. You've just been so good to me, so helpful. It's been fantastic. Kay Castles. What is your sign, TL? Well, TL is a combination of everything. I don't want to give away its top secret information. The reason we haven't disclosed anything like that is because then you'll start making assumptions. Like if I said I was an Aquarius, then you go, oh, huh, well, that explains this, or blah, blah, blah. Or if I said I was I don't know, a Sagittarius, you'd go, knew it. I knew it. But I don't want to like that. I think I just want to make this whole show about you guys, okay? I'll live my own life. I'll have my own, you know, ups and downs, my rising, my ascendant, my moon. Yeah. And yeah, I can sort of see my own readings as I do the readings, but I try not to even think about that. I try to stay so, let's say, pure and innocent that I have no idea what's going on until the readings happen. And I'm really mostly just here to take care of you guys. I hope you don't mind. 22 running. He's a water sign. Ha, 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 ha. So it says, good night, Manuela. Primary feathers. That's what I think. Ha, ha, Abby has a crush. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, Abby. Abby, you and me are like that, okay? We already know that. All right, that's cool. But I'm just going to let everybody know I don't wear a ring or anything, but let's just say my heart is taken. So I'm off the market in that regard, a very loving, caring being. I would love to feel that I could be very loving towards you guys, and you guys could be very loving towards me, even though I'm taken. Okay? All right, just don't mind releasing that information. Let's have a look. What else? Oh yeah, Abby, we soul buddies. We big time soul buddies. This is long term. We're going to talk about it, but it concerns live shows, kind of like this, okay, where you're kind of like in the host position, okay, something like that. Let's see what else is going on, people. TL wedding. What's that? BSU 1960 TL wedding. What do you know? What the bleep do you know? Okay, I'm just going to put these away. I'm tidying up as we go along because, you know, we got stuff to do here. We got to prepare for the Sunday Night Live. All right, let's have a look. Who else? I mean, it says 20. There was like 45 people here. We had more people here than we had on Sunday Night Live. Primary love. Nobody owns anybody. Nobody owns anybody. Yeah, you're right. Love has no quantity or limit. BSU, what are you going on about? What are you going on about? You want to decorate the honeymoon vehicle? You sound like you're mischievous. Mischievous. Yes, interesting. Interesting. I'm just following at the tail end of the chats, people. There's still 26 people here. What's going on? So that's that stuff. We did all that, people. Look at all that stuff that we did. Woo! Look, I want to just check over here on the screen. I want to check what's going on. Oh gosh, all these people. Wow. You know what? Some of you guys are real chatterboxes. Ornery. Ornery, 1960. Okay, wine is that? Well, this is red wine. I don't know if you can tell it's red wine. It's called, it used to be called $2 Chuck. I can get this little wine. The reason I know about this stuff is because I used to be a wine dealer, if you can believe that. It's just another freaking wacky story that's probably going to come out on Terra Illumination Live one day. Terra Illumination used to be a wine dealer, and that was just another like thing in life, and discovered all the mysteries of wine. And hey, Giggle Glimmer, if you gotta go, you gotta go. It's okay, I understand. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you get it. 22 running, you just like to hang here. It's okay. Me too. I don't have anywhere else to go. I don't want to admit it, everybody, but I don't have anywhere else to go. Way to answer your question, it's called $2 Chuck. Okay, it comes from a little place called Trader Joe. And it's their generic, like, cheapo bargain basement wine. But the secret about $2 Chuck is that it comes from the Napa Valley. And Charles, he has these big trucks that goes all around the valley, collecting all the Cabernet Sauvignon and the Sauvignons and whatevers from all the big famous wineries, and he puts it all in a big blender. And he's very, very good at blending it such a way that he can take the really leftover quality high-end stuff with some of the cheap stuff, puts it all up, mixes it up in a blender, where Chuck, well, it's actually more like $2.50 for a bottle, if you can believe that. It's the equivalent of many $8, $10, or $12 bottles of wine. So there you go. And the only reason I do that is because I know, because I'm an insider. I know what goes on inside the wine business. Ha, 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 ha. So cheers. Thank you for asking. Now you know. Mmm. People make their own wine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just stole my bong. What are you guys smoking? I know there's some potheads out there. I know there's people out there who'd like to have their little toke. I know you guys. You're not all saints. No, tarot illumination, glass of wine. I've probably had the equivalent of 1 3/4 glasses of wine tonight. That's a lot for me because I'm not really a drinker. I just like to have a little sip. All right, what else is going on over here? My connection is working. Okay, I know there's some Aussie people here. There's some Aussies talking around. Yay, Websy's connection is working. Okay, that's a good thing. Well done, Websy. Oh, God, Websy, you're a freaking genius. I just saw that. I don't know how long the delay is, but I just saw it on the screen. Question time. Oh, my God. Hold on, I need to write that down. Where's the other board? I need to get the... God, Websy, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I just saw that. TL question time. Wow, that's cool. What was the other one? It's something like a BSU 1960 True Confessions. BSU 1960. Oh my God. You guys are insane. Oh God. Question time. True Confessions. Oh my God. Oh my God. Websy, you're a freaking genius. What about it? Like tarot illumination sits here and you just throw any kind of shit at me. Hey TL, what does it mean when Pluto squares my Uranus? Or why did you read that reading? Or maybe it's a personal question. Okay, Websy, so we'll talk about that, okay, Websy? Talk about that. Maybe we'll like set up a whole thing about, I don't know. And BSU, True Confessions. Oh my God, that sounds juicy. And True Confessions. Oh my God. Oh God, that's good. So Websy, thank you for that one. BSU, thank you for that one. Just want to let you know from TL, for sure, we are going to be doing this. We're already going to be doing story time. Okay? But just so that you just want to put a face to a name. Oh, no. You don't want to see me. You don't want to know me in that way. Right now, all you need is this, because this is all it takes to do tarot is my hands, okay? That's all you need. In real life, you'd freak out. It's just taken me 6 months to lose my farmer's tan. And now the farmer's tan is coming back. By the end of the summer, I will look like a very bizarre panda without any fur. That gives you an idea. Okay. Okay, so I'm just letting you know, everybody. Tarot illumination story time is real. It's going to happen. It's going to take a long, slow time to happen because we got to get it organized behind the scenes, all right? A lot of that is going to be story time coming from Tarot Illumination. Okay? And it's more than Tarot Illumination. I'm just letting you know that. I already know this is top secret. This is top secret information. There's something else going on behind the scenes with Tarot Illumination besides Tarot Illumination. Guys to discover down the road. Ha, 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 ha. It's a mystery. It's a mystery, okay? So there you know. So we got question time and true confessions. Oh. Let's see, what else? What else is going on? Sandra, he did readings for Astrolines. He's chatting now. Yeah, I do astrology, people. But the thing about astrology is that it really locks me into facts and details and math and irrefutable geometry. Okay. So that really puts me on the spot. I do a lot of astrology anyway, but that's more for my own housekeeping and self-care, because I have to know what's going on in order to conduct my life, because the way my body works, I'm so sensitive to the movement of the planets. Focus or pay attention to the astrology, I get swayed. What did they say? Did you say it? The planets impel, but they don't compel. The other day. So I read astrology just like you guys read the Weather Channel, okay? I just do it because I have to. And if I discover anything useful, I try to bring it to you. But it locks you into kind of a certain rigidity. The reason I focus on the tarot for you guys is because it's subjective. And it allows Tarot Illumination to go with the flow, and we're not locked into rigidity. We can be subjective, and you can challenge it, and you can question it, and you could say that was just a pile of bullshit. And I can say, okay, well, just read your sun, moon, and rising, or find another reader. I don't care. It just doesn't matter. Tarot Illumination is an acquired taste, okay? Avant-garde. Apparently, this is the most tarot channel. I didn't know that until somebody told me. It was a guy, by the way. His name was Michael. That's all I remember. What? It's 7 in the morning in Austria? Austria? Hey, Websy. Wow, thank you. I just saw that. Well, we'll talk about it because there's a lot of work to do here. So we'll see. I gotta tell you that if I'm honest, people, there's a whole pile of shit going on with Tarot Illumination that I don't really understand. I was pushed into this. Okay, I'm just letting you know. In my personal life, I have a very profound relationship with angels. I'm a guy. Not a lot of guys like to talk about that stuff because it makes them appear like really wussy. But that's my reality. And my angels very, very graciously said, you need to do something about this stuff. And it's coming out in the form of Tarot Illumination. Okay? And what's happening with Tarot Illumination is it's taking Tarot Illumination on its own journey. In other words, it's not just you guys. In other words, okay, so there's the Tarot Illumination channel, and there's you guys. And I'm providing readings and generals and love and relationship, great. And I'm getting responses. But that thing that's happening, it's actually a relationship. There's a relationship between Tarot Illumination and you guys, which is turning into this synergistic blob. Kind of like weird organism that has decided it's going to live its own life. And now Tarot Illumination is charged with being the custodian of this organism. And I'm telling you that it's a tough job because I have learned recently through the angelic realms, let's just say, guidebook for what we're doing. There's no instruction book. Tarot Illumination is on the cutting edge of the cutting edge. We are on the cusp of our own evolution here. And Tarot Illumination is evolving in its own pace, in its own rate, in harmony with you guys. So now you know. I'm not sitting here like some grandmaster guru and I'm just spouting out stuff that just comes out of my files. I'm sorry, no. This is all happening in real time with you guys, and my journey is synchronized with your journey. So there you go. I hope that makes sense. So you don't have, okay, well, Websy, Tarot Illumination runs on a shoestring. Let's just say a micro shoestring. And there's plenty of potential. There's unlimited growth potential. But look at it this way. For Tarot Illumination to really, really, really work, uh-oh, here we go. What did you say, PSU? Uh-oh, here we go. Blah, 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 divine timing, blah, 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 blah. Oh, anyway, what I was suggesting is that it's extremely early days for Tarot Illumination. There's plenty of other tarot readers out there who just started, you know, and they're already 5 times, 10 times bigger than Tarot Illumination. I can't help that. What can I do? Almost all the tarot readers out there are girls. And it really helps, like if you're a really cute girl and you're doing tarot readings, girls like cute girls, guys like cute girls. Tarot Illumination is a guy. It's already stacked against me in that way. Full to have the chance to do this, and I can show you, if I could show you the statistics, 83% of this Tarot Illumination audience is female. So that's great. That makes sense because women seem to be much more conscientious about evolution than guys, but still they're very interested in evolution, in love and healing, which is what Tarot Illumination is ultimately all about. Tarot Illumination cursor to love and healing, okay, just so that you know. Getting down to the numbers, people. Getting down to the numbers so that you understand. Apparently, okay, I'm just going to call it out. This is what needs to happen. Tarot Illumination has about 3,500 subscribers right now. Everything I'm learning, I'm telling you guys as I learn it. We need to hit 10,000, okay? When that happens, Tarot Illumination gets special privileges at YouTube. Seriously, this is a very big deal. There are 5 YouTube campuses in the world, and Tarot Illumination is very, very close to the headquarter campus. Shh, I'm not going to say anything else. But I get access. Tarot Illumination can go right inside the front door and get direct peer-to-peer support, YouTube professional people support, not just channel, to take Tarot Illumination from let's go. Let's start again. We're at 3,500. We need to reach 10,000. And when we get to 10,000, this is going to sound very arrogant and ambitious, but we have to reach 100,000. Okay, because then that creates stability in the channel itself, where Tarot Illumination doesn't have to go around screaming and promoting and saying, hey, you, do a private reading, do a private reading. No. Tarot Illumination can be self-sustaining just on providing content and material and healing for you guys. But it's a long journey to get here, to go from 3,500 to 10,000 to 100,000. It is possible, but it requires time. There's no way out of it. So that's what's going on here. it works is that we just have to keep going. It's just like you start this thing and you keep going. And Terra Illumination is going to morph. It's going to change. There's going to be a private subscription channel so that you know what's happening. I'm just giving you very, very long-term awareness here. There is going to be a separate channel that is subscription only, and it's going to be super ultra cheap, like maybe $1 or $2 a month. Okay? But for that to work, we still need a huge amount of subscribers to ask or invite everybody who's coming here for free to suddenly pay $1 or $2. It's a huge leap, because you'd be amazed about human behavior. If you just say, okay, it's going to cost you $1 a month, people go, oh, I don't want to do that because I can get it for free. Behavior. But the reality is it's a super deal, because on the separate channel, the subscription only channel, there is no advertising revenue. There's no presence or awareness to the public except in the know. It's like the secret VIP squad. It's like the Rat Pack. It's only the Rat Pack who would even know about the subscription channel, and the only way you would know about the subscription channel is through Terra Illumination. Abby, I don't know. Abby, I know what you're saying about Facebook. It's just so freaking hard just to do Terra Illumination. I can't handle Facebook. I can't handle it. There's no potential revenue stream from Facebook. No, people, regarding the Terra Illumination revenue streams, I'm letting you into the secrets. When Terra Illumination started, advertising revenue, just little tiny bits. Apparently, there's a big, huge boycott from advertisers. So Terra Illumination is not collecting any advertising money, nothing, because Terra Illumination is still way too small to have enough what's called watch time. Watch time. Watch time is basically what you guys do. You watch the videos. To get enough watch time for Terra Illumination to be sustainable, we have to be up around the 10,000 mark and more, okay? Because then videos, we do the shows, we do the reports, we hang out, we do the live events, advertising revenue, which can start to justify the existence of Terra Illumination. Because right now, Terra Illumination is essentially working for free, and it's a tremendous amount of work. But I just happen to love doing it, and I see the potential for long term. So I'm determined to stick with you guys for the long term. But it's very early days. It's just like a little plant. We're 3,500 now. Next year or whatever, we'll get to 10,000, and that's like a big, big, big party. We're going to have some kind of fucking weird Terra Illumination party, okay? And then we go from there, because then we get a revenue stream, which makes it easier to keep Terra Illumination going. Because at the moment, Terra Illumination is essentially a charity operation. Even with all the wonderful people who bought all the private readings, it doesn't come near close to what it actually costs in terms of dollars per hour to put this stuff out. So I'm just giving you the inside scoop. From the reward tonight is to know that you guys are still here, that we had these awesome ideas for question time, awesome ideas for true confessions. We know that story time is going to work. And by the way, I want to let you know, we had more comments on one little story time story than we've had for any other videos. So that freaked me out. So that made me realize about the healing power of story. Place at the right time for the right reason, doing the right things, people. So I want to thank you so, so much. I really, really seriously love you guys. very much a reciprocal relationship, okay? It's not just tarot illumination spouting stuff out there. Tarot rock star. I couldn't give a shit about that stuff. I'm into the healing. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. It's reciprocal. You guys are actually healing me. Your energy is very healing for me. I'm done. I'm done. I love you guys. I love you, Abby. Seriously, you're fucking awesome. All of you. Gone home to bed, but I got to check out. I'm hungry and I'm tired. And I have a personal life. Oh, if you can believe that. So there we go. I'm not trying to like burden you. I'm just telling you the facts. So there's that. Don't worry about this stuff. We're going to figure it out, okay? Thank you very much, everybody. It's been an epic show. So we're going to do this again. We'll see you tomorrow night for Sunday Night Live. Bye-bye. I'm checking out. I'm checking out. I'm going to hit the delete button, and it's going to all be gone. Okay. Now I'll push the delete. I'll do it. Don't worry. I just have a button. There's some buttons here. I have to press a bunch of buttons. Stay there. What do I do? Oh, shit. I forgot what to do. Here we go. That's a stop. Okay, it's officially stopping. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now. Clicking now. Fuck, it's not clicking. It won't let me stop. Shit. This is stupid. Can you hear me clicking? Fuck. Duh. Okay, I'm just going to shut down the whole freaking thing. I don't know what else to do. Oh, okay. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon. All right. Good night.